With the red sweater on to get you paper and a pen, and later on you can give Santa a list, okay? Go talk to her.
I'm an elf. Technically I'm a human, but I was raised by elves.
Okay, my phone doesn't work with the gloves. Mr. Beckham!
Yeah, this is as ugly. I can be plenty ugly all the time. Whoa! Mics are hot over here, Keith.
I give it 30 minutes, Jerry.
I totally agree. Use that studio camera there, J-Dubs. You can just go straight to the studio camera, rotate it around. We're going to get rocking and rolling here soon, guys. We got the music playing out there?
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, Suzanne, hello. Good to see you.
Whose idea was this?
It's great. Have some fun. Get
Have
rowdy,
some
guys.
fun. Drink some coffee. Ho, ho, ho. Are we hot?
I think we are hot. Are we hot? We are hot. We're going to get rocking and rolling here, guys. It's the Christmas edition of Real Talk with Keith Smith.
Holiday party, and it's not
Here
with
at,
Keith Smith, it's with Santa Claus.
Santa and Buddy the Elf.
But ho, ho, ho.
I'm an elf. Well, technically I'm a human, but I was raised by elves. That's going to be my line of the day right there. Hey, Lee Albertson over
Lee
there.
Albertson.
The
So
CEO
hey,
Playboard.
so all those who are listening at the moment, the game plan for the party is we have a live studio audience. It's the first time in.
And he's going to show them with the studio camera here.
It's the
You're going to
first.
count us in here in a matter of moments, aren't you, Judah? Are we on camera as we speak? We can get
All right,
down
we're
in
a little
here.
we're a little off track, guys. Santa's busy checking his naughty and nice list, which he has in his hands.
I love it, Santa. Good to see you, Lee.
Hey, Lee. Oh.
I'm an elf. Technically, I'm a human, but I was raised by elves.
We're having party here, guys. We will get to Santa ho stuff here in a minute.
We're going to have some fun. You guys are going to see some Charlottesville superstars like my friend Lee Elberson, who just walked in here. He's an all-around A-plus guy. Judah Wickauer, you can get that studio camera to show our live studio audience. Hello, good to see you. And we're going to have some fun here on the Christmas edition. Wow, look at the, I love it.
We got the studio camera.
The studio camera is showing. Hello.
Hide the booze.
Everyone's there. I love it. There's the studio camera. Should I put it on the big screen over there so they can see it?
Let's do that. That would be great.
Okay, I can do that. Let me see.
Buddy the Elf, you really take care of Santa.
I always do, Santa.
So the problem I've got is all this Santa beard hair is ending up in my mouth as I speak to you.
I always take care of you, Santa.
Hey,
Cheers.
happy holidays. Buddy.
Happy holidays,
Happy
my friend.
holidays.
Cheers to you. Let's see here. Studio TV. There we go.
There you
So
go.
they can
There's
see themselves.
that's the live picture.
Hold on, let me see. Let me get this
High
here.
technology.
There's the studio. All right, so we're on camera right now, Judah.
We are.
All right, we're live. Hello.
Hello.
The holiday edition of Real Talk with Keith Smith. How are you, Santa Claus?
Yeah, so maybe we might have to ask some of the people to go out in the hallway when.
Oh, that was the plan all along. That's what I mentioned to you. Yeah, Santa. You're the one that's in
So I'll tell you
charge.
what, Santa's going to get up and help some folks move around. Okay.
Well, just let somebody know.
Yeah.
So we have a fantastic spread by Plenty Seville. We have a live studio audience. You
Live
let us
studio,
know,
as you can hear.
is the audience being picked up there on the microphones, viewers and listeners? Judah's going to let, or Frosty's going to let us know that. Stephanie Welch Rhodes, hello. Welcome to the
Hello,
holiday
Stephanie.
party.
Thank you. Thank
so,
you for all you
Chris
do.
Kringle, how are you doing?
I am doing great. I can't wait until we're going to call some folks in on air and show off their wonderful holiday sweaters, and you, the viewer and the listeners, are going to go ahead and vote on them, and it's going to be for bragging rights. I just wanted to kick off. Santa wanted to kick
Chris
off.
Kringle.
Chris Kringle. Santa wanted to kick off the show and, say thank you to everybody who watches and listens and all our partners. And they're in the partner tab.
Ooh,
There
very
you
nice.
go. There you go.
Let's get the Watson fellas on TV there, Frosty. Let's get
Yeah.
the Watson boys over there with the studio camera. He's going to rock that camera and show you guys. There's Yona Smith over there. Hello, Yona.
AKA Mrs. Santa Claus.
Chris Kringle's wife just walked in. There's the studio camera. So, Chris Kringle, what are you thankful for this holiday
You know,
season?
I'm thankful who just walked through the door.
There you
Mrs.
go.
Smith. Mrs. Santa or Mrs. Kringle.
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus is what
I
she
am-
prefers to go
I
by.
am super thankful for that. I'm super thankful for everything. And you know, I wanted to make the theme of today was just to go ahead and be thankful. And you know, it's been a tough couple of years, and just have a little bit of fun, have people come in. But you know, the end of the show, I'm going to give a little bit of a speech, but the preface of it is, you know, just go out there and just be nice to folks. You know, we're not, you know, it's just time to be. This is the time of the year to be nice and ho 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 and shake hands and wish them a happy new year. And that's what I'm.
This is the fourth time I've put on tights for
Yeah. You
Santa,
mentioned that more than a couple
a.k.a.
times.
Keith Smith. I've
Hold-
never
hold
done
on a
that for
second.
my
Santa
wife
has
at
to
all.
take a sip.
But I have done it for Keith Smith, put on tights. And this particular outfit, Buddy the Elf, south of the equator, does not offer a lot of warmth on this 20-degree
Yeah, we're
North Pole chilly day.
Buddy should keep seated.
Buddy's going to keep seated, or Buddy may get arrested
Yeah. Well, I brought cash
because
for that.
the walnuts.
That's
Buddy's
a continuation
walnuts.
of the crystal balls and the thing. So look, Santa has 2 books here.
Oh,
You know what these 2 books are?
I think it's the naughty and the nice list.
Yeah, so red is the naughty list, green is the nice list, and we're going to see who's in that list. And look at that, Emily Funk's up on top. Go figure. Where's Emily?
Emily Funk is on the nice
put
list. She is
put
absolutely-
put on the nice list. So the game plan is
The backbone of YRP.
the backbone. You know, Santa couldn't have set this up without her. So what we're going to do is we're going to call people in. We're going to have chats. We're going to have a good time. See what kind of Santa list we have, and see if we can move people from from maybe might be in the naughty list over to the nice list. I brought my pens with me. We can put them in there and see if we can get some lists. So we just want to have a lot of fun. And viewers and listeners, as you're watching this, I need you guys to vote in for best overall sweater, best festive, and the ugliest sweater. And it's for bragging rights.
I see some really good sweaters. Yours is fantastic. Yeah, we do. Buddy the Elf has his eye on. What is your persona today? This is Buddy the Elf's girlfriend from, there we go.
So let's start with that. Let's bring Millie in.
Millie.
Say, Millie, why don't you come
Well,
down?
I don't
sit
know if
next-
she's Millie today. Who are you today? What is your character? I will look that up.
Let's do it on live
I
in
will
front of
look
a
that
camera.
up.
So sit next to Buddy.
Buddy, and then we have another seat.
we
Let's
got
get all
another
four.
seat. Let's pick somebody who wants to get in there. That's a good pairing for Millie.
Jovi. Jovi is her name from Buddy the Elf right
Jovi,
there.
okay.
Jovi.
So,
Cheers, Jovi.
I think Nelson County's
Bro,
finest
salute.
should come sit.
Nelson
next,
County's finest is coming over here.
Jesse
Okay.
should walk in here.
Supervisor Rutherford is in the house over here.
You
I
missed.
like how he downed his
You
real
drank.
quick.
You can certainly wet the whistle here, Supervisor Rutherford.
Hold on. Let me see that thing.
Miss you drink.
Oh, that is absolutely
should be, like, over here
fantastic.
somewhere.
Yes.
We can throw them at you.
Good, I know.
Yeah.
People love it.
You look great. That is awesome. I absolutely love it right there. Why don't we start with Jovi introducing herself, who she really is,
Okay.
and then what she's grateful and thankful for today.
Oh gosh. So Millie Winstead, and I'm with the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank. And I will say that I'm actually incredibly thankful for the people that I work with, the people that we work for, our guests, and the people that help make it possible, like you guys, our supporters.
That'd be Santa and Buddy the Elf.
Yes, absolutely. I'm incredibly thankful for all those things.
Waynesboro's watching. They're saying good morning. The mayor of Waynesboro.
Hey, the mayor of
We have Supervisor
Waynesboro.
Rutherford in the house here.
So what do you thank for, Mr. Rutherford?
Well-
other than internet.
Other than internet, yes. I mean, wore the hat.
Yeah.
But, I'm thankful, of course, got engaged, so that's
Oh,
thankful
Nice.
for that. Thankful for another good year of business. God's been good. It's obviously going into another fun year. Or do you want to throw some at me? You got more.
No.
But it's been a good year. Lots of excitement in Nelson. So we're pretty proud of where we're at and looking forward to a very great 2023.
You guys are ending the year with a little bit of money in the budget.
We always end the year with a little bit of money.
A little bit of money, yeah.
Not the only jurisdiction. Hint, hint. Charlottesville, $23 million. That's a conversation for another day, right there.
Another show. So give me your Christmas list. Give Santa your Christmas list. What's your top 3 items you want for Christmas?
Yeah, I think you could probably give me about a couple $5 million listings with guaranteed buyers on the back end. That'd be pretty cool. At 3%, that'd be cool.
Okay, got it. Santa's going to work on that. Hold on a second. Let me make a note.
I think that's fair.
So we want 3% mortgage rate back. Is
Yeah,
that what we're saying?
absolutely. We would love to have.
Well, we're going to have to bring Scott Morris in here and
Scott Mortgage Morris.
Mortgage Morris.
Hopefully he can make that happen for everybody.
I know.
Well, if he can make that happen for everyone.
He said it's already happening back there. You know.
Well, we're going to bring him in and have him talk about mortgage. So 3% mortgage rate.
3% mortgage rates. Drop those supply costs. Get rid of a whole bunch of the surcharges. Give us 2018 pricing.
Oh, that's great.
That'd be like the dream, man.
What about red tape, huh?
Yeah.
You want red tape to go away?
No, sure. Absolutely.
There you go. Millie, what's your top 3 things that you want?
Oh, wow. There's so much. I think I would love to see similar, getting these prices down. That would help a lot of people. I would love continued health and better for everybody.
Sure.
And I would love to see, I want to see UVA win another national championship.
All right.
Ooh.
Let's get the studio.
Yeah, so that's a possibility.
I
this
would
year.
love that. That would be a fun year for me.
Yeah. That would be a good year.
So,
That'd be a good year for UVA.
So tell us a little bit about your how's things going at the food bank. Do we need? Obviously, I think we could probably need more donations, but tell us the numbers.
So the food bank, we're looking at certainly we're not seeing the numbers that we did in the height of the pandemic, but we've not seen pre-pandemic numbers either. Okay. There's still the demand is up, and now that we've got winter upon us, heating costs are up, fuel costs are up. We all have seen the prices at the stores.
The reindeer food is like off the
charts.
chart.
The reindeer food is off the chart. Demand is on the rise yet again. And so, but again, because of this wonderful community that we have around us here, people are stepping up and we're really grateful. Please keep it up.
So how can we help you? Give us a website.
How can we help the food bank?
So donations, obviously, online. Go to our website, brafb.org. Hit that donate button. For every dollar that you give to the food bank, we can provide enough food for 4 meals.
That's awesome.
So we can help extend your donations in this community and fourfold. And we are really grateful for everybody doing that.
Chris Kringle will appreciate this. One of your beautiful daughters is watching in Seattle.
Ooh.
And she says, hello, James, Xavier, and Lennox from Bunny.
I think he wants to get on camera, huh?
And she also says, this is the happiest I've ever heard Dad sound for the holidays ever in the history of knowing him.
There may be something in the coffee.
I was going to say, what's in the cup?
Ron, there's a little spirit in his coffee.
And I'm getting a little low.
We'll leave it.
Plus is getting a little low.
Leave it at that.
Thank
How
you,
about
honey. I love
goals
you.
for Nelson County for 2023, Supervisor Rutherford?
So obviously some of the big goals is wrapping up our internet, and we're going to be addressing the housing
Okay, enough with the
conversation.
internet, okay?
I know.
I mean, I would be bragging too.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys remember 2020? I showed up and said, hey, we getting it, guys.
And you were right.
So one of the things that it really truly is going to be the number one crisis that Nelson's dealing with is 2 things. Obviously, school funding, the needs there, as well as the housing situation. We're continuing to watch Native Nelsonians not be able to infiltrate the current housing market, even in this market where you're seeing some inventory relief. You're not really seeing any inventory relief, and you're not really seeing any prices go down enough.
The absorptions are matching the same. If you really take a look at it, the inventory's decreased, the amount of sales have decreased.
Yep.
but the actual amount of units that are closing or going under contract each day is almost the same.
It's about the same.
Yeah, so the tempo hasn't changed.
Right. So, and I think that probably over the next, and that's probably a decades-long crisis to work out, but Nelson's going to be taking that pretty seriously over the next 2 years.
You have an affordable housing project that's in the works, and I always forget the name of it. Can you talk a little bit about
You
that?
talking about the
Loving-
the one I personally have, or the one?
No, one that the county's doing it. There's
We recently did
did a
it.
rezoning or something like that.
We also made a recent acquisition of land beside the high school.
That's
And
what I'm
Nice.
thinking about.
That we did acquired about 300 and some acres, and that's looking to be there's a potential that that's going to have a land trust model.
Got it.
For residential homes right around the
I
high school.
love the land
Nice.
trust. Santa
So
loves
I,
the land
I bet he
trust.
does. Santa can donate. No.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. My Santa's hearing aids
I
are
thought
coming
that
out.
you got some new
no,
ones, though.
I am, but
Yeah, you posted recently saying that you did get some new
The
ones.
best ones you ever
out.
had.
I can't hear anybody.
Vanessa Parkhill, hello. Welcome to the show. Newsroom at NBC 29. Welcome to the program.
Hey.
We're having some fun over here. You guys have made some very positive moves in Nelson County. Supervisor Rutherford.
Right. Hey, and we're continuing. Next year's going to be a really big year. I say that every year, but next year, as we're relating, posturing out of the internet world and going into now this housing crisis,
Sure.
world, we're having to reposture and figure out what that looks like. And Nelson's already taken 3 steps ahead by certain acquisitions.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm losing hair here.
I love
see
it.
that.
Wow.
I see that.
He's shedding on the microphones
I'm
over there.
shedding on the microphone, and I
That's-
may be inhaling some plastic.
Millie, what are some of the holiday traditions your family enjoys? Well, a little champagne action over there, but it did not break. Holiday traditions that you enjoy.
Oh, so I have several. This is absolutely my favorite season.
Oh, mine too.
I love it.
As you can tell.
Yes, exactly.
And
I
as
was
we can
ready.
tell with
I
you.
know. I was ready to be decked out. You just give me an excuse. Some of my favorites are I love going tree hunting with my family.
Ooh.
That's the
You
best.
cut down your own tree.
We do.
Okay.
We do. Some wonderful out in Nelson County.
I know.
Yeah, there's
We have
some
the best
really
trees
wonderful
and
tree
internet.
farms
And
out
internet.
there.
And internet.
It's beautiful, beautiful. And
You're
then
moving from one
I
list
am
to the other, brother.
I love to bake, so Christmas cookies, bring them on.
Loves
Bring 'em
Christmas
on.
cookies. Very
Ooh.
nice.
I love them.
So,
Yeah.
go ahead.
It's a pretty strong tradition. I know for myself is it's always a Christmas Eve service, and it's got to be midnight. It's got to be serious. Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it with the right candles, and the
Yes.
candles with the wax that
On
burn
the
your
tree?
fingers.
Yes, that
On the
burn-
tree?
That burn your finger.
Oh,
On
yeah,
the tree.
no,
Well,
it
we're going to bring
gets
Mrs.
you.
Smith
Yeah.
on in a little while to talk about an Austrian tradition
Yeah.
that my father tends to freak out about. But go ahead.
Excellent. So Christmas Eve service is really critical. Burn my fingers on some wax. Thank the Lord for the good year, and of course, I think eggnog and bourbon is also a very strong tradition.
And I believe we have that here.
Cheers.
I don't see eggnog.
No eggnog.
No eggnog,
No,
only
no,
bourbon.
no.
All
Santa
kinds of
decided.
bourbon.
Santa,
Next year.
Santa decided to keep it a little simple. Just
I got you.
a little bit of alcohol and food.
Buddy the Elf's Carpets, thank you for doing that. Thank you very much for doing that.
That's a zing at me, by the way.
Yeah.
This initially was going to be an 8-person Christmas
Yeah,
party.
yeah, yeah. We were going to have only
Yeah.
8 people here.
Chris Kringle got a little, but that's what we love about Chris Kringle.
Mr. Smith got a little carried away, and Santa had to fill in it. So, hey, thank you guys. Thank you for
Yes.
sitting in
Hey,
with
thank
us.
you
Go out and
so
enjoy a
much.
little
Cheers.
bit of
Really
a little
appreciate it.
cheer.
Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers to
Absolutely.
you.
Thank
You could
I was
come
hoping
back
you
and
were
cheers
going to
me.
bring out the tights again.
Cheers me.
Oh, I got him right here.
Cheers
I
me
see 'em.
The
later.
problem is if I'm not careful, I may get arrested if I'm not careful over here.
Millie, thank you for all you do.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers, and thank
to you. Okay, who wants to come talk to Santa? I don't know. Hey, all right. James, can we bring the 2 little kids to talk to Santa? Why don't you grab a seat? Sit there. Lennox, sit on the other side there.
Okay,
All righty, slide up to the camera. real
Slide up, get
quickly.
close to the microphone. Careful with that chair. Bring it
No,
close.
you got to wait for somebody to ask you a question.
All right,
It's just
close.
going to be for a
You got to
minute.
talk into the mic.
So, everybody, this is Keith's. What are you, my nephews, right?
Yeah, I'm your nephew.
Your nephews, look at this. The 8-year-old kid smarter than Santa. So what do you want Santa to bring you for Christmas this year?
I don't actually care.
You don't care? Give me a high five.
Lower
Good
that,
for
lower
you.
that mic a little bit so we can see his head. There we go.
Maybe Legos.
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 Okay, Legos. Lennox, what do
great.
you want Santa to bring you?
What would you like, Lennox?
A blanket.
A blanket? Oh, that's
blanket.
awesome.
There you go.
Cool.
Very short. Maybe we make other people happy. That would be a good thing to do.
How about
Yes, and a new blanket too.
okay? How about a
Clothes.
UVA basketball national championship?
No.
No.
Oh, Dad.
Somewhere Papa Watson is sad over there.
Oh, Dad.
It's not related.
All right. Well, hey, I need you guys to get down. Give Santa a hug. Thank you for your list. Give me a hug. And we're going to ask some other people to come.
Oh, you guys are fantastic, gentlemen.
Watch out for the cord.
Happy holidays.
I love you guys. I love you. I love
Happy
you so
holidays. There you go, right
Much. I
there.
love you so much.
I absolutely love it. Get that studio
All
camera
right.
in the
Thank
mix
you,
there,
guys.
Judah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Chris Kringle, who's next?
You know, I think Marvelous Mortgage Morris needs to come in, and a little James in the other one. James, why don't you get on in there, and you got to show off your sweater there, James. Oh, so
I love it. Scott, looking sharp.
in.
Look at that
Thank you.
sweater.
Thank you. The abominable
James, 2 days in a
snowman.
row I get to see you.
That's me.
the abominable.
I love it. You look great.
I would have figured you
like
would have did the whole elf thing. Cheer.
I don't have anything to cheers with.
You know, new rule. You got to bring your libations with you to the
Okay.
thing. Hey, look at him.
Dave, you look great. Dave Norris in the house.
So, James, that was pretty cool, right? To have Mr. Smith's nephew sit here and talk to whatever. Talk to
What's
Santa.
in that coffee over there, Santa?
Could be rum. Then again, it could be not
So,
rum.
James Watson, the king of orbit, what are you thankful for, my friend?
I am thankful for family, obviously. Thankful for health.
An awesome brother-in-law, right?
Also, as said earlier, I love to see Virginia do well. Although last night didn't look too good.
It's true.
But that's one of my long-term, thoughts. But I'm thankful for you guys. Thankful for all the friends and family that I have right here in Charlottesville.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're thankful for you, James
Yep.
Watson. Knowing this man for 20 plus years. Scott Morris, I feel like we could have known each other for 20 plus years. We've always been 1 degree apart in this town.
I literally slept inside of the house that you were staying at behind Orbit's. Was that 14th Street?
Yeah, 14th Street, yeah.
What year was that?
82,
Cringe.
probably like
Yeah,
06, 07.
Yeah,
Somewhere in there.
it would
Let
have
me
been
ask
like
you a
03, 04.
That's when I was
Okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 degree apart.
So what are you thankful for, my friend?
I'm thankful for the amazing team that I've built, everybody who supports what we do, all of our business partners, my family, my hopefully progressing, increasing health. Just,
Absolutely.
yeah.
We love Scott Morris. Amen to that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, my family, wonderful children. So.
You were the little 2-year-olds were a little bit of handful on Friday.
He's got
night.
3 children under 6.
Yeah, my 2-year-old was, because you guys were at the.
I think you need this gray
The
hair.
lights over at Boar's Head, and I saw Michael Plecker on the way out as I was like toting a screaming child towards the car to
Was that
Son
Flicker?
or one of your 2 daughters?
son.
Okay.
Son. Yeah, the girls were fine. They wanted to go see Santa. Already knew there would just be more screaming with Santa for him, so we were like, he and I will go take a little break together. So.
So answer the mortgage question that was asked a little bit earlier. What do you think the end of this year is going to be? A little crystal ball stuff.
Kind of what I said it would be. So we had improvement, and then we had 2 days of just some steep negative action. And then today we got a little bit better. So, and I said it's going to be a lot of volatility, carried us to
Little
the end
roller
of the year.
coaster like.
We won't exceed probably upper 6s. Maybe we creep back up. It would take a lot to get there. Depending on credit, product, etc., you could be right at or below 6% today's pricing. So that's much better than where we were 30 days ago. Now, to the other topic of conversation earlier was we'd love to see these 3% rates. I'm like, would you really? Because if we were to get a big dip in pricing, we put more buyers back on the board, and then the prices for the available inventory that we have is all, that's going to increase, and that's something that's become.
It's just
when
going
we
to put
talk
more
about
pressure on inventory.
affordable housing or making housing affordable.
Housing
Or
affordability.
How does that work? One of the things that we're going to be focused on this year at a branch Scott Morse level is making sure that if you are police, fire, nurse, teacher, and local, that getting the same benefits that we give to our veterans with no origination and providing you what you
Bravo.
need going forward.
Yeah. Scott Morris.
So James, I know you're in the land planning business. What do you see? And you work around the country. What are you seeing out there on a nationwide thing as far as housing affordability in your world?
Yeah, I think pretty much what we see in Charlottesville, if particularly if you're anywhere attractive that people want to be, right? The cost of living is, through the roof. When I met these two gentlemen, 20 years ago, you could rent an apartment in Charlottesville for like $300 or $400 a month for one bedroom. I'm guessing based on the show you had last week, one bedroom that's maybe a shed, right?
Yeah.
Is probably approaching.
That was a shed.
Yeah, pretty much.
700.
And we've all passed by that shed over here, right?
She sheds are in, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
A cottage, if you may.
Yeah.
$1,100 for that.
Pretty much, yeah, no insulation. I've been in Charlottesville a long time, so I've seen it change a lot. I'm always saying when I write into the show that Albemarle County, I think, would provide an opportunity, as well as Nelson, to relieve some of the housing pressure, because we don't have a whole lot of developable land here in the city. And I think that, with Albemarle being zone 95% rural use only, I believe, and, you could have a lot more opportunities for residential, commercial development if they kind of change.
But are you seeing some trends around the country changing a little bit on that?
No, I mean, I think, haven't really been in a lot of places recently, but I think it's very similar, again, anywhere attractive, anywhere the jobs are, although people, another force that we know too here, for example, people can work from home, right? So we have folks coming here, who may work in DC, New York, anywhere. But I think that's also causing pressures on these little micro cities, the Chapel Hills, the Charlottesvilles, the Boulder, Colorados, those kind of places that have a academic base, a lot of entertainment, sports, music. There's probably nothing unique that we really have here, but I can't say I have done the recent, research.
Okay.
So.
Well, you wander around the country a lot.
Yeah.
So, number one, couple of family traditions, Christmas holiday traditions you guys do at the Morris house.
Barry being my dad, plays the guitar for everybody.
Oh.
We've, so as you grow, like my wife's family does, a Christmas Eve, everybody opens like some gifts thing, whereas we are very, I grew up very Christmas only was that. So it's kind of blending those things together as everybody moves forward and trying to get everybody together.
So you're blending traditions. That's pretty cool.
Blending traditions.
So I know you hang around with these people called the Smiths, typically, and on the holidays. So first of all, I apologize. I'm sorry, and second of all, what is our famous traditions that you like? What is the most fun part about a Smith?
I think
Cheesecake.
Yeah,
because Mrs. Smith makes the cheesecake.
I got to say, I got lucky. I married into a really awesome family. You guys, they really do it up. Excuse me, very, very big family. A lot of people live in the area, so it's not difficult to get people together. But I would say Keith's father, Pop, everybody knows him as Pop.
Love Pop.
I mean, he really.
Santa invited Pop, but he was not feeling so well this morning, so he decided not to come.
Oh, okay. Well, a lot of times, you're told to stay away from politics and things, but it's kind of entertaining when Pop gets riled up. And somebody of a different political, persuasion, affiliation, kind of starts getting going with Pop. Everybody starts,
Usually the alcohol kind of helps that out a little.
There's a little bit of that.
But you know what the great thing about it is, James, that we may have different opinions on something, but at the end of the day, we hug each other, we tell them we love them, and we all get back together again. And that's kind of one of the things Santa wants to keep on pushing today on the show. Let's just get along. People with different opinions can have a conversation, and that's Santa's wish for next year is that if you have a different opinion, have a conversation. Still love on one another and move on. Don't get into these two corners.
Why are you guys excited for the Charlottesville area in 2023? What makes you positive and bullish and hopeful for Charlottesville this coming year? How about you, Scott Mortgage Morris?
We're going to continue to see a lot of growth from both the university, from private business, and from some some government expansion, put their alphabets out here as far as putting more people in place. That's going to be beneficial to not just the local economy, but hopefully to demographics and a greater gathering of humans here overall.
There you go. Neil Williamson says hello, in
Hey.
particular to Vice Mayor Wade and Supervisor Galloway and stakeholder Dave Norris. Neil is saluting you guys via Greene County. What are you?
We've got Ned in the house.
He's looking sharp. He's looking quite sharp. What are you most excited about for 2023 in this area?
I think that as we're getting further out of COVID, I think that's going to be a good thing. I think there were some positive things that came out of COVID. We learned how to work from home. We learned how to do business remotely, connect with people remotely, although that's not as ideal as being in person. But I think that, COVID left its mark. I think it was tough on the schools, as you always talk about, tough on a lot of area businesses that we see closing down. But I think as that gets further behind us, there's a lot of opportunity to, improve Charlottesville in a lot of different areas. So, I'm glad that's behind us.
Amen. I'll give you some props over there.
So, thanks, guys. Go get some libations and
Yep.
some food, and those who are coming in, there's plenty of libations and food over there. So we're gonna kind of look around the room and see who what do you think? What do you think? But watch my. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm not using that.
Sure.
Anyone?
Thanks.
James Watson, we love you.
Thanks.
Absolutely love you, man. It's great people right there.
So what do you think, buddy? Who should we get next?
We have a lot of, okay. There we go.
Well.
One of the best photographers in Central Virginia.
We applaud,
Would like to join us.
initiative.
Can
Don't touch it.
I see a Tony O'Brien sighting,
You're in
and
this
Chris
other
Fairchild
world.
sighting
You're
over
in
there.
this
I love
other
that
world.
man. I love that man over there.
Oh, who do you think? Who do you think? Who do you get to sit next to you? You get to pick who you want to sit next to you, since you've been so energetic. Pick somebody. You got about.
Is Yona going to make an appearance today?
Yona can make an appearance.
Let's pick Yona.
Smith. I love it.
Mr.
Hello,
Smith,
Merry
now
Christmas,
Santa has to
Yona.
behave now.
I have a thank you card for you over here, Yona, for the fabulous gifts you gave Trey and Zachary.
So,
Thank you.
Frosty,
They're
would you
doing
mind
quite
going
well,
on
although
the-
Zachary slept about 90 minutes last
Santa
night.
needs to get up.
You remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
Or not, or Santa's just going to get up.
You too?
Do I have to lower myself?
Santa's going to make a beverage. All right, so Brandon, we'll start with you. Tell us, first introduce yourself to everybody that's watching the show. Yona, we'll get you a little closer to this mic here.
Yeah.
Show is yours.
Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm Brandon Harrop. I own a photography company focused mostly on real estate here in Charlottesville, Central Virginia. And I have had a great year, and I'm so excited about the holidays, and so much to be thankful for. I wouldn't even know where to start. It's
How
just
long have you been in photography?
Full time, 3 years.
We met
But,
about
yeah.
three and a half years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time hobby though, and then a dream come true. So I am so blessed.
One of the best real estate
Absolutely.
photographers out there.
Absolutely.
You look fabulous per
Thank
usual.
you, thank you.
I love
Just
your
a
scarf.
little bit of an ad, a little addition. I left
Look
the
at you.
reindeer
I'm
stuff
impressed.
away.
You're getting props on the show on
Thank
your
you,
scarf as
thank
we
you.
speak.
Merry Christmas to you and your family. Merry
Thank
Christmas,
you.
everybody.
Thank
So-
you. You have, give us some insight into what you're thankful for.
Oh, thankful. Santa Claus.
Chris Kringle.
Thankful for an
Don't
amazing
touch him on
year
the thing.
that was really filled with a lot of different blessings and maybe a little bit of stumbling blocks too, but good opportunities. And looking forward to welcoming our third grandchild. So that's that's the biggie.
Their grandchild due, Chris Kringle has been telling me
Chris
January
Kringle has to
around
January
take out
New
his
Year's
hearing aids.
Day, right?
January 6th.
Oh, January 6th?
6th, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And Chris Kringle and Yona, you guys are heading to the West Coast.
We are heading to Seattle on the 28th to
I think
see.
it's the 28th, right?
Yeah, the 28th
Yeah.
for grandchild number 3. So, Chris Kringle needed to take his hearing aids out because the microphone's in the back and all the hair is scratching the scratching the microphones.
Thank
and
you
all
for that
All these
information,
problems,
Santa.
all these problems, right?
Very grateful for
all
that.
these problems we
I
had.
just figured we'd share this with the popular the folks watching and listening that hearing aids came out.
Okay, so now you're reading lips, I believe.
I'm reading lips right now.
Okay,
that's gonna be
this is where it gets
interesting.
really fun.
This is
It's gonna
where
be
it
an
gets really
interesting
fun.
conversation. It's gonna be a really interesting conversation.
So what is your favorite of our traditions? What is your favorite tradition, Jonas?
Christmas Eve.
Yep.
Christmas Eve, and we typically have fish We make fish. And who said this about the Christmas Eve
The candles was Jesse.
candles?
So talk about that.
Christmas Eve candles on the tree. Live candles.
Well, I've heard. I know this
Live
story
tree,
well.
Live
actual
tree,
candles
live
with
candles.
actual fire.
With a grandfather in the family who is
Who's
a firefighter.
Absolutely.
My
Yeah.
father's
That's
a
the
New
fun
York City
part.
farmer.
Yeah.
That's the real fun part. And,
And
what
he
else?
shows up with a fire extinguisher.
He does. Especially, I remember the first time we did this exercise, and he was looking at me like, "Are you serious? You're really gonna do this?" I said, "Yeah. We've been doing this for many years."
And it's so far so good.
So far, so good. We
Yeah.
haven't burnt down a house yet.
There you go.
But
That is
Well-
absolutely awesome.
Well, Shotzi, Santa wants to say this in front of everybody. I love you very much. Thank you for what you do.
Too. Life has
And-
been wonderful.
No, I mean it.
Oh, I love that.
We are approaching year 37,
Yes.
and I could not do any of this without you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's what I am thankful for.
Year
That's what
37
keeps-
of being in love and working alongside each other.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
still like each
Yeah.
other.
And you
yes.
guys still like each other.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Like.
That's love. That's love. I believe
Like
you
some-
work with your better half, do you not? In some capacity? No?
No, not yet.
Okay, I got you. But that is maybe a plan?
Maybe.
Is
Maybe
that what I
someday.
remember?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So everybody, don't forget, you're supposed to be chiming in on, most festive, best overall, and ugliest sweater.
I mean,
I've gotta
right
tell you,
now-
Ugliest.
that's growing.
That one's pretty, and the fact that you have a
pretty
hood
good.
is fantastic. I mean, right now, I think the most hideous sweater I've ever seen in my entire life might be the one Michael Plecker is wearing. I mean, that is.
Yeah, there's a reason.
You look fantastic. Absolutely fantastic right there.
There's a part of a reason we're waiting for later in the show.
I love that sweater. I
Oh,
think
that's
one of the
right, yeah,
best
yeah.
sweaters I've seen is Jesse Rutherford's.
He's out. He's out.
Jesse Rutherford's. Oh yeah, we're gonna put Michael Plecker, one of the Shenandoah Valley's finest. It's Rocco.
Rocco.
So,
One of the Shenandoah
thank
Valley's
you
finest
guys. Thank you.
backstops.
Thank you, honey. We'll bring you
I
back
love
on
that,
at the end. I
Michael
love you
Plecker.
very much. Thank you for everything you do.
Merry
Come on,
Christmas,
get on.
everybody.
Let's get Plecker over.
Plecker,
with.
you
Come
look
on.
fit,
Oh,
man.
stop
You looking
messing
sharp.
with my mustache.
I'm sucking it in. I can't do much longer.
It looks
Come on,
good.
sit down. Come on, let's go. Let's get Plecker in.
Plecker, you look great,
And
dude.
who do we
Sincerely
want
mean
to
that.
join with Plecker? Who do we got? Who do you
I mean, you got to volunteer people.
I got to volunteer.
Yeah, volunteering
Dave, go sit
people.
down.
Do we get to
Come on,
pick?
Dave.
Dave Norris coming in the
That's
house.
what you get for sitting close to Santa.
I'm really sorry. I'm really
Love
sorry
this
this is
man. Good to see you,
happening right
Dave.
now.
Good to see you, my friend. Hope you got a beverage. You got
Working up to it, Jerry.
Okay, fantastic.
Early in the morning.
You got a fresh haircut.
Yeah.
Just
sharp,
Santa
Dave.
Claus. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, pro
Merry
salute.
Christmas.
Cheers.
So, Dave, start with you. Tell us the world a little bit about you, the 5 people who don't know you.
Yeah, everybody knows you, Dave.
Dave Norris, former mayor of Charlottesville. I was just warming the seat for Juan Diego Wade.
Juan
who's,
Diego Wade.
You know,
Oh, Juan, you got to get over here some peripheral adventures.
Juan looks great, too.
Juan's the man. But yeah, no, I've been in Charlottesville since the early 90s, and I'm loving it here. I'm just in awe and admiration of
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry this had to happen to you. Former Mayor Norris, but
I love it.
Dave.
Michael Plecker.
Michael Plecker.
Dave, John
Dave.
Blair, good morning, watching in Stanton right now. What is it you love, Dave, about this town so much, why you felt compelled to get civically engaged, and what you would love to see from Charlottesville next year? There's 3 questions for you
Wow, that's a lot, Jerry. So, no, I
You
love
sure you
this.
don't want to drink?
I know, I needed a break.
Sue.
here. No, it's just a very lively, civically engaged community, and there's so much going on. We are blessed with great arts, great music, just great people, great organizations, and so I love being part of Charlottesville. It's a city that has its challenges, but I feel like we're small enough and dedicated enough to be able to get our arms around those challenges. You got people like Millie Winstead and her team, and there's so many great organizations that are out there every day making a difference and trying to make this a better community, and that's awesome to be part of.
If you ever need an officiant for a wedding,
Oh, yeah.
here's someone I would recommend that you call
There
in
you go,
first,
there you
Dave
go.
Norris.
He
He's
usually
fantastic.
shows
I
up with
think
that
you
jacket, by
officiated
the
my
way.
neighbor's wedding.
I've
Is
seen
that
him
it?
officiate a few weddings, and they've
Yeah,
been
I think
fantastic.
so.
He's
Yeah.
got he's a wordsmith.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you,
he's
Jerry.
he's
Appreciate
very,
the
very
plug.
talented. I sincerely mean that.
So, Mr. Plecker, tell us a little bit about that sweater.
It's not a sweater.
It's not as, these are actually tattoos.
That's my ink.
I got it. That must go really well with the real estate business, right?
Well, it depends on the customers you're working with at the time, yeah.
So tell the world a
The
little
King
bit
of
about you.
Fontana, the King of Fontana right here. Mr.
King of
Fontana himself.
Mayor of Pantops, unofficial.
Mayor of
It's
Pantops,
unofficial.
there you go.
Mayor of Pantops.
He didn't have to go through the huddle. That's that silly election process.
No, it's just
It's a pain in the ass.
It's
isn't
by
it?
proxy.
It is. Yeah.
What do you want to know, Santa?
I don't know. You tell us a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about where you're from and what you do, and what's your wishes for 2023.
Well, it's easier to do the wishes and start the story about where I'm from.
Okay, do whatever. There's no rules.
So, how about another year of happiness and health with my wife?
Ooh,
Yeah.
well done.
You got a fantastic sweater too. Very beautiful. Mrs. Plecker in the studio.
A white Christmas?
Oh,
Can we have some snow
Have to make a
Christmas
note of
Eve? Can you work that in?
I'm making a note for you. I
Okay.
don't know. I have to talk to.
Have another drink. Maybe it'll.
Who's the guy that does the famous weather guy? Oh, it'll come to me in a minute.
Jim Cantori?
No.
He's a-
No.
Willard Scott?
No. Willard Scott.
Norm Sprouse. Norm Sprouse.
Norm Sprouse. I'll have to.
Right.
I'll make some phone calls.
David
Go ahead,
Rogers?
Keep on talking.
And Eric Pritchett?
I'll make some phone calls.
you go.
Go ahead. Keep on talking.
So what I get to, year of health and happiness with the wife, a white Christmas, and a Hokies Final Four appearance for basketball.
Double pistol.
Final four.
What?
What? So, to raise your hands, how many UVA fans and Hokie fans we have?
I think we got a ton of UVA fans over here. We got a couple Hokie fans over here.
Look, we got Tony back there. Who's people hiding in the hallway?
I mean, I see supervisors Rutherford, Fairchild, and O'Brien over there.
So
It's like a joint venture waiting to happen with Nelson and Fluvanna County.
Hey, has this been publicly advertised?
I
Are
was
we
going to
having
say,
a meeting?
yeah, where's Sean Tubbs? We need somebody to take notes.
You have a forum. I think you have a forum now.
We have a quorum, and we have to double check that whole FOIA
A forum
thing.
and a quorum.
Pesky little stuff like that, right, Dave?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I heard a little rumor about your future. Is there a rumor out there that you
Not that I know
No,
of,
that
no,
you
no,
know
no,
about.
no. We're here to have
Got
fun.
it. Got it. We'll move on to the next subject.
That's why they call it rumors.
Yeah, that's why they're calling. Well, I have to. Santa Claus has to give a shout out to Dave.
Dave's the best. We love him.
Dave
Thank you, guys.
and Santa did a presentation last year, and I got to know you a lot better and enjoyed the heck out of it. And I don't think we've actually sat side by side and spoke together, and we had zero preparation. Literally
true. That's
zero
true. That's true.
preparation.
Yeah.
And we looked at each other, and we just went and did it, and had a great presentation. It was a lot.
I think
it was
you
a
can
lot of
always
fun.
trust Santa to come through, you know. So.
Well, that guy Smith.
He's all right. He's okay too.
So what's on your list? What do you want to see happen? Well, I've asked him already. We've got snow. We've got Virginia Tech top three and Mrs. Plecker.
And Mrs. Plecker.
And he
There you
said,
go.
and
There
he
you
said
go.
selling 24 units in Pantops and around Fontana.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
looking to hear.
2023.
That's what Mr. Smith was looking to hear. Just saying.
So, Dave, what would you like from this town in 2023?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just health and happiness for my family and everyone else's families, and peace on earth and goodwill to men and women. And but in terms of Charlottesville, yeah, we need more housing. I mean, I've been working in the affordable housing field for many years, and we see it every day where I work now at Piedmont Housing Alliance. We need more housing. So thank you to all of you who are in the housing industry for and in public sector, Ned and others, Juan, for helping to encourage all of our partners to step up and meet the needs.
So tell a little bit about the shop that you're running right now. For
Well, so I run
That's a really good thing. to
Yeah,
get out
so
there.
it's called the Financial Opportunity Center and Housing Hub over at Piedmont Housing Alliance, and we've just helped people achieve or work towards housing stability and financial stability. And so one of our programs is a housing navigation program. Matthew Murphy, who's done an excellent job in getting
You're
that program off the ground
outstanding
this year.
individual.
Outstanding individual. Just helping people try to find housing, and it's a huge challenge. And so we need more of it. We need more housing. And we have an eviction prevention program that helps people keep the housing that they're in now. Knock on wood, so far we've had a 100% success rate with the folks that have been referred to us. So,
Bravo.
but it takes a lot, and so there's a lot of need, and we just need more housing across the board.
How do we get more housing in the area?
How do we get? Well, you got the land trust, you got all these great developers, you got local
You're gonna
officials
put it
that
on
are.
Santa.
So I have a question. So when you talk about more housing, I mean, that's always an important thing. You need that to help with the price and stabilization. But so when you say more housing, there's more inventory and there's more housing. And inventory is created by dips and changes in the real estate market. But when you're specifically addressing, we need
He
more
means more
housing.
rooftops.
We need more
Actual
rooftops.
Yeah.
Incremental
At
rooftops.
a
is what
range
he's
of
saying.
price points, so that not only for the middle-class professionals that are moving to Charlottesville from other places, but also just our, the people that are working the service industry jobs and
Right.
retail jobs and teachers and police officers and firefighters, they're all in need of housing.
The king of content, Neil Williamson, uses his traditional hashtag. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, more housing.
More
for all.
housing everywhere, or something like that.
More housing everywhere for everyone. The
That
president
is-
of the Free Enterprise Forum, Neil Williamson, we wish you were here. Your thoughts on, you're in the real estate business. Your thoughts on the incremental housing for the area?
Well, so inventory will always be created by the dips in the market. It's the real estate market's a roller coaster, and it only slows down enough for a few people to jump on at a time when it gets to the bottom. But yeah, in order to widen those valleys so that more people can get on, you just need more rooftops, like you just said.
Yep.
And
What's
I
cool-
applaud you for the fact that you're working with folks that probably may have been scared to take the leap, but once they see a plan in place and they can budget for that, it
absolutely.
creates new homeowners.
So we've got a couple of planning district commissioners and elected officials in the room, in the live audience that we're having here. And Matthew gave a presentation to the Thomas Jefferson, excuse me, I'll get this right, Thomas Jefferson Planning District Commission. I'll have another sip.
Who gave that presentation?
Matthew Murphy. yeah.
Matthew Murphy. And talk a little bit about that, because that $20 an hour thing was really, that rocked my world.
Yeah, Matthew's primary focus is on people that are trying to find affordable rental housing, and he said it's such a huge challenge right now that it used to be if you were making $15 an hour, you were considered to be rentable, and but now just because we don't have the inventory of particularly affordable housing on the more affordable end of the spectrum, it's now you're having to earn $20 an hour or more to be able to afford the housing that's here. And so he's struggling every day to help people find housing, and he's been successful, but it's a heavy lift. And thankfully, he's the one doing it because he's great and he knows a lot of people and he's very well connected. But
Santa prefers housing affordability over affordable housing
okay.
on that term, because it's a hard thing to find. But look, give Matthew thanks from Santa Claus
Absolutely.
for all he does on that stuff. So wrap up. What do you guys want to be? What do you guys are most thankful, and what do you want to see happen in one thing in 2023?
A lot of what Dave just explained. I just wrote about it on my page recently about I was in the same position as a lot of folks that are out there. How am I ever going to be able to buy a house? And of course, with a good partner, we were able to make that happen. But I think a lot of people just don't know where to begin.
yeah.
And it's really trying to get them to sit down and listen to someone say, you can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Great answer, Michael Plecker.
What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, that's hard to top. That's a solid answer. I just think, if we all work together, we can make more good things happen in our community. And somebody said earlier, I think it was you, Santa, who said, people of different.
So you realize Santa has ADD and he can't remember what he said 5 minutes ago, right? You understand that, right?
No hearing
That's the
aids.
reason why I got no hearing aids.
booze in the coffee and
No, that's just coffee.
yeah.
But I was going to repeat what Santa said earlier, which is, people of different opinions, different political backgrounds, just different life backgrounds, need to sit down around the table and talk and find common ground and find solutions, and that's how we get good things to happen.
I would love to invite Mrs. Smith will be mad at me at this point. I would like to invite anybody to come to one of our family meals, and there are very different political opinions at the table, and they are discussed, generally over bottles of wine.
Right.
But at the end, everybody loves each other, and everybody moves on, and there's no, I'm not going to come to the next gathering because person A thinks like this and person B thinks
The
like that.
golden rule, baby. It's the
Golden rule.
It's
Treat
family.
treat everybody the same.
Kevin Higgins giving you and your son some props.
Oh my gosh!
Right now, Kevin Higgins.
Good man right there.
The Norris offspring is getting some love today on the show.
So what's your number one tradition this time of the year? What does the Norris family do?
Well, my family is scattered to the winds now. My daughter lives in England now. My younger son is in Minnesota with his family up there for the holidays. So we normally have a Christmas breakfast and just open our stockings and presents, all this sort of traditional things. But this year it'll be a little bit different. So.
Pretty traditional. Typically, we do a Christmas Eve church service up on top of Pan Tops, and we'll come home and have a meal with the family. well, hopefully we'll have all of our girls in the house. We have one in Florida right now.
Whereabouts?
Oldest, she's at the Villages.
Oh, very nice.
She's a recent college graduate, and they're staying in the
Isn't that
Villages
age
in Florida.
restricted?
Apparently not.
Okay, there you go.
And she says that Tabitha and I would absolutely love it there.
Okay.
So
Now that
hopefully
you're
she'll be
over-
able to make it up 81 because
please.
of the snow and ice. It's on the way. So hopefully she can make it back for Christmas Eve. We can have our dinner. The kids still get to open a package on Christmas Eve, just one. And then Christmas morning is, we don't have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning anymore.
we don't have no little
We have
people.
to typically wake them up because I want to eat.
Or in my case, you did not sleep the entire night with a 3-week-old.
Yeah, Buddy
Well,
Dowd
literally
is
is
having
what
a hard
happened to
time
Buddy Dowd.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Lori Fincham is watching, the fabulous Lori Fincham. Woody's better half right now. We love you, Lori Fincham. Dave Norris wants to sing the praises of one of the members of our studio
Yeah, I just want to
audience.
give, before we head out here, I want to give a good plug to Scott Morris here and his team. Scott, not only does he rock a killer Christmas sweater, but his team really goes above and beyond. I can speak from personal experience. Somebody really came through for me. So thank you, Scott, and for your folks. So, yeah, absolutely.
Scott Morris, I love it.
And
This is great.
that was based on Keith's recommendation. by the
Yeah,
way.
well, Santa's recommended.
Santa's recommendation.
Santa talked to Keith. Keith
Right,
talked
right,
to. It's a thing. It's just how
There you go,
it's just
there you
how it works. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay.
Go out, get
Love
yourself
you.
some food and libations.
Let's get.
Absolutely.
Dave, good
Absolutely.
luck.
Every time you take a sip, you
Michael Plecker,
Every time he takes a sip of his coffee, it's like Dan Aykroyd.
I love it. From what I can tell, that is the ugliest sweater and the winner of the contest, but that's Santa's decision
Is
to
it the
make over
sweater
there.
that's ugly or what's?
I think that is a champion outfit
Ugly,
right there.
I like it.
I told
One of the
everybody I was a
Shenandoah Valley's
bodyguard.
finest
I'm Rocco,
backstops.
Text that picture to Judah so he can put it on.
Okay.
It is
That's a good picture.
absolutely
Thank you.
fantastic.
All right, who's next? We've got Mr. Fairchild sitting over there.
I love Chris Fairchild.
And Mr. Fairchild. Does Mr. Fairchild have a sip or something? What's that? Have you had a sip or something?
Have you wet the whistle?
Put it down.
Okay.
No, you can bring it. Oh, then fill it up and bring it on. Mr. O'Brien, come on over here.
Oh, Tony, very festive shirt. I love that. I love it, Tony O'Brien.
Hold on. So while
These are two of my favorite electeds.
yeah, so
Right here.
So just so that you notice, Fluvanna County is filling up like the officials.
I love it.
I'm filling up.
I
Hey, Tony,
absolutely
how you
love
doing?
these.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Tony, you look great.
Thank you.
Happy holidays, my friend.
Same to you, brother.
Great to see you.
Good to
See you. I love this guy too, Chris Fairchild. I like you. Good to see you, pal.
I like the fact that you like him and you love
I love you both.
Just get closer to the mics.
Okay.
Please do not destroy the set. Not yet, anyway.
Got a little nervous right there.
Santa Claus may not have enough money to pay for all that.
Okay.
Please,
I'm still just like fearing the bodyguard, Santa Claus's bodyguard. I mean, yeah.
You look great. You look great. For the folks that do not know you guys, why don't we start with Supervisor O'Brien? Introduce yourself
Chris.
to everybody that's watching the show.
Yeah, I'm
good to see you.
Tony O'Brien. I just came from Hawaii. No, I did not. And I'm
if
the.
you did, you didn't do any tanning. I could tell
That's
you that.
right. I didn't do any tanning.
I mean,
yes.
he's Irish.
Red is not my color because it's my natural color. I am the supervisor for the Rivanna district, and aside from that, I run a computer services business called Helix Systems, Helix Computer Systems, here in Charlottesville, Albemarle, and we've been serving our customers for almost 28 years now. So happy to be on the show.
Two entrepreneurs and business owners on the set. Chris Fairchild, the show is yours.
Chris Fairchild, I'm the Fluvanna Cunningham District Board of Supervisors member, and just completing my first year with another 3. And
That's right. This is your first year.
yep, man, it has just flown by. I can't believe, and all the stuff that's come before us, and a lot of progress, and so looking forward to the next few years.
So
next
what's
3
the one?
years.
What's your first year? What's your number one takeaway?
That we're successfully protecting Fluvanna County. We're protecting our commitment to maintaining our rural personality.
Rural personality?
Yeah.
Santa took out his hearing aids, so.
You're
This is your opportunity.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity, Mr. Fairchild. Come on. Just your old? That was it. It was old. Wow. I'm a little disappointed. I expected way more than that.
It's hot in here, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me see what you got there.
Oh, very nice. I love it.
Sorry, it's more.
I knew you came festive and prepared. I knew you would. I knew you would. I love this guy.
He just needs a little elf hat, that's all.
I have
Emily,
one.
if you go around in the changing area, there's a Cindy Lou.
We have
hat
many
there.
hats. If,
Can
Christian,
get
if
that
you would
for
like to
me?
wear one,
Can
we
you
have many
stand
hats.
there?
With this head.
I think he will wear the hat. He will
I'll
wear
cover
the
away.
He wants. I mean, hey, I can go a lot of ways with that one. I'll leave that alone.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, here we
This
go.
is an opportunity
Chris
for.
Fairchild. That was beautiful.
You know, the light was too bright. So
Yeah, it's absolutely
I put
beautiful.
that on.
Bald lives matter.
That's right.
The director was texting me, do something with that hat.
The sign.
Look at that,
much better.
Cindy Lou hat. It fits you very, very well.
And it flops.
So Tony, what are you hoping for Christmas this year? What's on your list?
For Flavanna?
No, for you.
For
whatever
me?
Whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be for Flavanna. It's for the O'Brien family. What do you want on the list from Santa?
On the list from Santa. Okay,
Yeah.
well, it's a little personal, but my aunt is very sick, and so I just want everybody who's listening out there to send some love and prayers to my aunt. So that's on my
I'll say prayer.
on my Christmas list.
Health.
Yeah, she's very dear to me, and I'm sorry to see her sick this time of the year. So that's on my list. So if you can deliver that, Santa, and make her feel better, and
I wrote it down. I'll work on it for you.
Yeah,
That'd be
great.
You're on the nice list.
Nice list.
Him, I'm not so sure about.
Yeah.
There's a. You don't really care, right?
If at 54 I haven't made the list yet, I'm not going to.
now for Flavanna, I want lots of great things as well too. So just saying,
Okay, talk
Tell
about
us
Flavanna.
Flavanna,
What do you
right?
want for Flavanna County?
Well, I was talking to a constituent the other day, and they said that they'd really noticed over the last decade or so how progress is happening in a direction that is, palpable, and that they can see that progress, and they're excited about the future of Flavanna. So, for all the citizens of Flavanna, Merry Christmas. For everybody listening, Merry Christmas, and wish you a prosperous New Year as well.
So other than Mr. Fairchild keeping my Cindy Lou Who hat, that's Santa's Cindy Lou hat. What's on the top of your list for Chris Fairchild?
Hair.
I hear in Turkey they're doing hair transplants.
Chris, you look great, man. Come on.
Santa can't help you there, buddy.
I'm pretty sure he's much sexier without hair.
I mean, Rogaine.
Did you say
or-
he's much sexier without
Yeah, I
hair?
think he did.
Much sexier without hair.
Women agree. 9 out of 10 women agree.
Yeah.
I'm not into a couple years ago, the whole thing about buying presents and, are they going to be excited about what they got? And, the stress of going out and looking. I just said to my family, other than the little ones, let's stop doing this.
Yeah,
And-
we've done that.
Yeah, and my son said, such a great response. He said, we sit with the same people, we eat the same food at Thanksgiving, but we don't go through all that stress about presents. And we do it again, a month later, and everybody's stressed out about the present side of it. And so you miss something. And we
So
just said,
what is the Fairchild household going to do this year?
we get for little kids, and other than that, we
The
get
adults
together. And I don't even stress about whether we all get together at the same time, because even for some, that's a chore to come from a couple hours away.
Well, it's
and
not like
everybody
it
feels
used to be where everybody lived around the house.
That's right.
We're lucky. The Smith family's lucky, right? So
Yeah.
we're all pretty close except for a couple of folks.
And I've been to those get-togethers.
Yeah. So I was about ready to ask you. So what is your famous memory of the Smith get-togethers? What is your?
Definitely that there are liberals and conservatives. And you all come to a point, and as you said, you're good at keeping those discussions where they should be.
We're really good at that.
But it's hospitality and it's a lot of love.
Thank you. It's the funnest thing in the world is to watch Yvonne, our youngest, and my father have a conversation, because they come from very different perspectives.
Yeah.
And they'll have that conversation, and they'll do that, and they'll Yvonne, as you know very well, will defend her position very vehemently.
Strong girl.
So will Pop, my father, and at the end they just hug each other. So that's my wish. If we can get to that point that we can have a difference of opinion, but come to the middle and hug at the end of it.
It's a good statement about government. I mean, we do that.
We don't hug, though.
Huh?
We don't hug.
There should be more hugging on the
We're going to
diet.
start.
Okay.
Really?
And tonight's the board meeting. There will be a hug.
Oh, you have a board meeting
On
tonight?
camera. Yeah.
Oh, good. So we'll have to, Neil Williamson, you'll have to watch in on it, make sure you two guys are.
It's going to happen.
It's going
It's
to
gonna
happen.
happen.
How's Fluvanna look for 2023?
Awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Well, there's some good business opportunities in place, and so we're getting to the good side of the revenue of getting business instead of overdeveloping with residential. There's a study that we got a couple weeks ago. It's cost of community service study that showed that in the state of Virginia, for every dollar we bring in revenue from residential, it has a cost of $1.18. There was something like 90 municipalities in this study across the country, and I don't think there's one that even broke even on residential. So we need to do a good job as we are of.
But you guys got some commercial, some industrial, I think it's on the agenda
That's what I'm
tonight,
saying.
right?
We got some good commercial coming.
And I think it's
instead of
actually
being overwhelmed
industrial,
by
is it not,
residential.
Tony?
Yeah.
It is
The
not.
project
It's
on-
not going to be on there tonight. It's being moved.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
But
that
yes,
was on the
that
agenda.
item is there. And that's almost into Zion's on Route 15. That's, what, 40 acres or 80
I think it's
total?
more.
40 on each side.
800,000 square feet of industrial.
Industrial space, yeah.
Santa keeps up on this.
Yeah.
Santa keeps up on that. Yeah.
And there are other good things in the mix.
There are other projects happening, yeah. The enthusiasm is there. We signed, I think, just 2 or 3 board meetings ago, we signed our master water and sewer plan, which is a major step for Fluvanna. We've got water from various sources coming through and being built out, but most recently we had the Zion's Crossroads initial water project come on board, and there's a lot of enthusiasm from businesses and developers about the opportunity to grow and become a business partner in Fluvanna. So that's exciting. We want to see that growth happen in Zion's Crossroads. If Chris gets his wish, prices in Fluvanna will continue to skyrocket as inventory dies down.
Here we go. Okay, happy holidays, everybody.
To everybody in the real estate and development business in here, we're building a big,
time to
beautiful
get
wall.
Albemarle County and Charlottesville in.
If I get my wish, we'll have a more affordable housing for people in Fluvanna. So, but
Neil Williamson says Fluvanna currently, and you guys have highlighted this, discussing an 80-acre industrial rezoning esta noche.
That's it's been postponed. But
it's been postponed.
It's been postponed.
Postponed or deferred.
The public hearing.
No, it's been moved to the second meeting of January because there was some process that didn't happen.
Yeah.
On the county side or the applicant side? On the
County side.
Right. So that's exciting. And
so this was a county deferral, not an applicant deferral.
Yeah.
Legally, it could not be
Yeah.
voted on tonight.
It was an advertisement thing, right?
It's correct.
Yeah.
Yep. And we're going to see,
much like today. This
a
wasn't
major-
advertised. I'm not so sure.
we're going to see a major chain in oh look.
I love that. Get those shoes on camera.
We're going to see a major chain in Zion's Crossroads. So.
Chris Fairchild, you're a good man.
Everybody needs to look at Fairchild.
I
love
mean, in some countries,
You got Fairchild shoes
showing
on
the
there?
heel of your foot is
Look at his
considered-
shoes.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Well, mine are a lot smellier. So.
Oh, he's going to get your shoes on there. Fairchild's got his feet up right there. That's absolutely fantastic.
So anyway,
See you,
what you
Brandon.
Well, we were saying it's all about you, Chris.
Yeah.
we were
It
saying
looks
it's
good.
all about you.
O'Brien says they
So is
smell
that
fantastic.
like an actual pajamas? You got like under? If you don't take your pants off. Do not take your pants off. Do not take your pants off.
Yeah. So I'm sorry.
You will definitively be on the top of the naughty list if you take your pants off.
Well, he might need something else for Christmas on that list.
So what were we saying?
I think it was time to move to Albemarle and Charlottesville.
All right, bring him on.
I think the show went downhill pretty fast.
Yeah. There's more to show if you.
Yeah. When we have other people to get in here, so get the heck out of the seats.
We're out of here. Thank you,
Enjoy it.
guys.
Good seeing you.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
it.
That's
Great.
great. Corey, love you, man.
Thank you.
Chris
Thank you,
Fairchild,
guys.
great to see you, my
Love
friend.
you guys. Thank you. Thank you. for
Truly
doing this.
enjoy you. Thank you. Great to see you. Great to see you.
Because they look like they actually got to work. So let's bring in Ned and Juan Diego in.
Juan Diego Wade, Vice Mayor Juan Diego Wade, Supervisor at Galloway. Good to see you. Happy holidays. Doing well, my friend. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Vice Mayor Wade, good to see you. Happy holidays.
Yes, thank you.
All right, let's get our mics all mic'd up here and get in there. So there's a thing that Keith Smith and Juan Diego have in common. What do we have in common?
Yes, we both were born on January the 11th. I was born in '66.
Yeah, a little before that. Nice job, buddy.
Thank you.
Vice Mayor's always looking sharp.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You seem very festive. How are the holidays treating you?
So far, so good. Everything's going great. You know, I'm looking forward to it. The missus and my daughter and I, for Christmas this year, we're going to go up to New York to see a show, and so looking forward to that. A few days after Christmas, so.
Chris Kringle is directing traffic over here. Ned Galloway, for those that don't know you, how are you doing? What's been cooking in your world, and what are you thankful for?
What's awesome is I just returned from New York. I took my daughter to see The Music Man on Broadway, and it was awesome. So you're going to love that.
Yes, we heard so much about the lights and sounds and everything. So we're looking forward to it.
It's a crowded time, but it's beautiful up there, Rock Center and good.
And Ned, you knew a little bit about this. That's kind of the world you went to school for, right?
Yeah.
So how was the performance?
Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster are awesome entertainers.
There you go.
I mean, they just had fun, and seeing them interact with the kids that were in the show was fantastic. So, and plus, I got to spend a few days with my daughter in the city, so that was great.
Yeah.
So Ned, tell us a little bit how's the car business doing for you right now? How's the shop?
The Car Lots World, we do T-shirts. So this
like
is
it.
our annual Car Lots Ugly Sweater T-shirt. So we only do T-shirts.
We've got to add a new category, the most branded.
So what I'm hoping, just like in the real estate world, is that Santa will be delivering more car inventory to all the car dealerships out there in the world. Because
It's picking up, though, right?
We would be selling cars if we had the cars. That's what I've been telling people.
It's kind of like houses, right?
Yep. If they were there, they'd be gone. Yep.
So Santa Claus is going to get up for a minute. We're going to let you guys talk for a second. I'll be right back.
Juan, talk to us about what you're excited about for Charlottesville City in 2023.
Well, I think that I like to see the city continue to move forward. You know, this is my first year on council, and I've been telling people over the last years that I had 16 years on the school board, and I kind of saw that on the school board, you know, I may have had, you know, emergencies or issues every 4 or 5 a year. And with city council, it could be 4 or 5 a week, definitely 4 or 5 a month. There's just a lot more things that you have to deal with, and it's a lot more pressing. But you know, the school board prepared me for it, and I just really think that the city, it's incredible that I've seen it over the years. Is that whenever things come up, that the public, people will step up to the plate and move forward. I mean, we're still addressing some really critical issues in the community. We, you know, still have a lot of hiring to go, but now we're getting some good applicants for it. Just unfortunately, Lisa Robertson is leaving. But
City attorney?
Yes, but you know, she left us in good shape, and what she'll be leaving us a few more days. But I just feel really excited about the direction of the city, and we're just, you know, the new energy that we have together, and the meetings, I think, is just really being very positive.
They've been run a lot better, that's for sure.
Well, it's different. You know, the last 4 or 5 years, it's been really critical of the things that's been going on, you know, from the rally to all of the things in between. It's no book on how to address it, and I think that we have been forging our way, and, you know, we are where we are, but I think that the public and city, I think we're ready to move forward.
So
well said.
Much like Chris Fairchild, this is your first year. So what's the big one takeaway from your first year in office?
Yeah, that this is really a truly engaged community. You know, I know that people say that things, you know, politicians try to do things behind the scenes without transparency, but it's really, you know, not that we would want to do it, but the public knows about everything that we do, and I think that's a good thing, and that we have some really smart and engaged people that when we address these things, like I heard about a housing, affordable housing, the unhoused, and this community is so personal. You know, like when someone calls me about an unhoused person, they will say, well, Vice Mayor Wade, you know that homeless lady that's at the intersection of 250 and Hydraulic? She's looking a little bit thinner. What can we do to address it? Or the unhoused person that usually, and so it's real personal. It's not this or that. They really get, and that's something that I really cherish about this community.
Very well said.
So Ned, how many years have you been on the Board of Supervisors?
This is my 5th year. I just started the first year of my 2nd term.
So
After time on the school board.
School board, yep, 4 years on the school board. We were school board guys, that's
Yeah.
right.
So year one to now, what's the big differences between the two?
I've said it on this show a few times that when you, as an elected, if you want to know what an elected cares about, you watch them during budget season and what their priorities are. And I think this year we're working on our strategic plan and we're gearing up for a budget season. And you'll see me prioritizing continued work with affordable housing. Economic development has got to be a big one in our county. After languishing for years, we've got a great economic development plan, and we need to keep going after that to diversify our tax base. And this particular year, as our strategic plan should and will prioritize, is that we have to focus on our workforce. We've got to get the people in the empty seats, and we need to pay our people, not just to get them in those seats, but to retain them once they're there. Because
You're talking about your employees.
we're
at
getting
the county.
poached from the private sector because they're paying more. So every jurisdiction, as I'm sure the other electeds know,
Yes.
are doing a pay
Study.
study, a compensation study. Every jurisdiction in our region, right? So we all are experiencing the same type of thing. But if we're going to deliver the services that our citizens want, and we're going to reach the strategic goal that we set, we need to employ and pay the people properly in order to pull it off. And that's going to be a huge priority of mine this budget season.
Well, that said, you've spoken like somebody that may want to proceed a little higher than
We want to make any announcements
Want to
today?
make any announcements today or anything like that?
Boy, Santa and Buddy are very audacious with their questions.
Did he use the word? What's that, Buddy? What does that word mean?
Very bold today.
We're going to leave Supervisor Galloway alone here.
I will say that.
It's a holiday show. It's fun.
I'm sure
It's
everybody
fun.
knows that today is winter solstice at 4:47. This is the shortest, darkest day of the year, and the fact that you guys are doing this show on this day, bringing light to the darkest day of
look
the
at
year,
you.
that is awesome.
so
So
good.
thank you.
Hold on a
for
second.
that.
That was damn good. damn good, Ned.
Santa is going to put Ned in for president.
Ned is on the good list, atop the good list with that
This
one
is
right
the
there.
good list.
That was
You're-
fantastic,
Emily
Supervisor
Funk was on
Galloway.
the top. I might have to put you on number two on that.
And my
That was
and my
very
one
well
Christmas
said.
wish is before this show is over that the two of you need to reenact the scene that ends with Buddy looking at you and going, "You sit on a throne of lies."
Okay, we will do that. We will do that.
Somebody needs
Galloway's
to
on
get, somebody needs to
fire.
get Santa Claus a little bit more libation before that happens.
Oh, we got to get Jovi in the mix too. We got to get Jovi. Oh man! So, what would you like to see from Albemarle County in 2023, Ned?
Well, that's it. We got to get the workforce figured out. I mean, that is our biggest issue because, as I'm sure Neil would chime in, we don't, part of the reason that we're having issues getting just building permits through and the things that citizens rely on government to do, if you don't have the people in place to pull it off, it's very hard to pull off. And that goes from our public safety folks to our building folks, our community development, our Department of Social Services. So that's really what I'm looking for that we can shore up this year. Get the staff in place, get them well compensated, so that we can pull off the things that we need to do for our citizens and then get at getting our strategic plan achieved. So that's what I'm looking forward to in 2023.
Love it.
What's the number one tradition in your family?
It's time with the
That's all.
kids.
There you go.
We live away from our extended family, so Christmas Eve we get together with the kids. We get together with the kids on Christmas Day, and my kids are older now, but man, they are still young when it comes to Christmas, and that is fantastic. So I enjoy that time.
Juan Diego.
Well, I have kind of two traditions, and one is kind of new, and one is that I have a big family. So I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers. I've talked about this before. We're the Black Brady Bunch, and I'm Bobby. So now everyone is starting to have kids, and so we go
I've
to
been
Richmond.
thinking that the whole time. You kind of look like him a little
Bobby. And so we all go to Richmond because that's where most of my family lives, and we just have a big thing on Christmas Eve. But now for the last several years, probably last 5 or 6 years, I've been invited to be, one of Santa's helpers on Christmas Day at UVA Hospital for the Children's Ward. And that, for me, that's kind of my starting point because when you go there and you see, sick kids and, you can put everything, no matter what we deal with, Ned and other elected officials, into perspective. And so my daughter and I, we're going to be there on Christmas Day passing out presents and things. And so you have to keep in mind that the hospital, they try to do everything possible to get the kids home for Christmas. And so those who are there are just really, sick and, need a lot of attention. And so for me to be able to, bring some joy to them, oh man, that makes
the
makes
more
my
time
world.
we spend together,
You're
right?
awesome.
Mr. Smith and you were born on the same
Yeah,
day. We're both gorgeous,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm the oldest of 5. Where do you fit in your 5?
I am next to the youngest.
Okay.
Oh.
Next to the youngest, yes.
So did you get along with your oldest?
Yeah, we all really, really tight. My parents are no longer with us, but we're a tight family, and all of our, cousins and nieces and everyone. So it's a wonderful event.
So are you a lefty?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Wow.
so we've had this conversation before. So we're not only good looking, we're geniuses.
So if you spent a little more time in the sun, man, I would have to talk to my mom.
Mr. Smith tried that, and Mrs. Smith tried that last week.
that
If
was
I pull this down,
hilarious.
I don't know. I'm getting close, but
Juan, you're on
we'll
point
work
today.
on that.
Neil, this is you guys will get a kick out of this. Neil Williamson's cracking some jokes here with the pop culture humor that he loves. The Free Enterprise Forum's Christmas list for this year: Charlottesville zoning reform and Almarle's lasagna expanded development area. He's getting a chuckle from everybody here on set. The president of the Free Enterprise
Do you want
Forum.
the chicken or fish? I'll have the
It's-
lasagna.
I'll have the lasagna.
And there is a bet for this little mustache on that.
Oh.
So look,
I think
we'll talk
everyone's
on the
familiar
side
with that
again.
bet.
Wade and I, Juan Diego and I are gonna negotiate on the side on the whole mustache thing.
There you
a
go.
little bit later.
There you go. So go ahead. Sam.
No. I just wanted to thank you guys. Thank you guys for all you do. Thank you for being here. Go sell some cars. Go help some.
Ho, ho, ho.
What'd you say? My hearing aids on was ho ho. Did you ho ho
Yeah, he
homes?
said ho ho ho.
Ho ho homes. Homes.
Wow. That was a dad joke. Don't lose that hearing aid. That's $5,000 right there. That's legitimately. Oh, your hat. Okay. I thought it was the hearing aid that you lost there.
No, they're. Thank you, Mrs. Sandra.
Chris Kringle's wife right there. Gentlemen, I want to say this for Santa. As Santa's getting his attire together, we're grateful to have you guys in this community. You guys are stewards of the community. We're lucky to have you leading the community. And I wish your family the best of holiday traditions and activities and fun. Thank you kindly for joining us for this Christmas party.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Remember, ho ho homes.
Yes.
Ho ho homes. Ho
Love
ho
you guys.
homes. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Wade.
So who do we got sitting out in the hallway? What folks are out there that could be? Oh, sorry. Oh, let's see what we got in there. Is Mr. Beckham out there? Hey, so let's get the financial folks over here. Let's go ahead and get the Erpy family in here. I know we got 3 of them. We're gonna have to figure.
Oh yeah. Supervisor Fairchild has forgotten his shoes on the set. His shoes are on the set over
There's
here.
a mental picture that I did. No.
What is Supervisor Fairchild doing? Oh, I love this guy. He's hilarious. That's the kind of guy I want to belly up to a bar with, is Fairchild right there.
So are we missing an Erpy here?
There are 2 more.
There's 2 more.
Yeah.
This is for
That's for
Santa.
Santa.
Oh, thank
Merry
you.
Christmas, Santa.
Santa's getting a Christmas gift. I love it. Hello, Erpy fellas. How are you? Alex and Nicholas.
Doing well, buddy
On set. Good to see you.
He's got a list.
Oh.
Are you going to read a poem?
State telling him to put
To bring what I want. I got a long list.
Now, before you can tell him what you want, you have to sit on his lap.
No. Because if you sit on my lap, Fairchild,
Well, he's got 2 knees.
Fairchild is going to come.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you
Okay.
do.
I don't know if the camera can get it. Come on.
Wow. Okay, here we go. Judah, we got that on the screen. What are you doing over there, Judah? Make sure you got on a 1 shot. Here we go, on a 1 shot. On a 1 shot, Santa has got a supervisor and a CMO. Did you get that? You did. Here we go. There we go. That was right there. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It'll take a while to get over that one.
This is absolutely awesome.
I wasn't going to have another sip, but I think I might have to.
You need it now.
After that.
Absolutely
So thank you,
awesome.
gentlemen. So for the few people who do not know you, we'll start with Alex. Tell us who you are. And
Alex Erpe, CEO, Emergent Financial Services, co-host Today Mañana on Thursdays on I Love Steville
that's
Network.
right.
Nicholas Erpe, CMO of Emergent Financial Services and the executive producer of Today Mañana.
You have my title.
Jerry just calls me that. The executive
I believe I
producer, so-
bestowed 2 titles on Nicholas
Yeah, I didn't
in the
have
last
any titles before I met
12
Jerry.
months.
Every time you give him a title, it
CMO
gets
and
a little
executive
bigger.
producer and one of the finest husbands the world has ever seen.
Fresh husband. That's what I'm thankful for this year. Being
The finest husband?
He's a great husband.
I'm a good husband.
Yeah.
He's a great husband.
Not a good. My wife is a great wife, so I can't say
You're
I'm a good
often
husband.
cooking dinners.
Well, so I will say,
Right?
that is true, but the past 2 nights I've come home and my wife has gone into the Christmas spirit, so she baked fresh pretzels, fresh bagels, fresh bread, fresh cookies.
Good night.
And dinner. The only thing I had to do was pour my own wine.
Wow. You're living
what's
the
the
dream,
address?
dude.
Yeah, I know. We've
It
got
must be
enough for everything.
the honeymoon stage of your marriage right there.
Oh, yeah.
Still, yeah.
So
That changes.
She's only known him for, less than 10 years.
That
When it's
changes.
20 years, it's different.
Wait till you have children.
then you'll
Oh,
do
that
this.
is awesome.
Yeah, no,
That is
that's when I
awesome.
come home where I got to do the.
So we've had this conversation before, but what's your traditional Erpe family Christmas tradition? I know it involves mom.
It involves dad,
mom,
actually.
It involves dad, it involves food.
He cooks. He's like Santa. He cooks once a year.
No,
My father.
I find that hard to believe.
No, my father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's more like
he wakes up.
Cook is a strong term. It's
What,
more
he
like
melts
sous
chocolate,
chef to
yeah.
my mother's
No.
chef.
There you go.
He cooks.
That makes more sense.
That makes
He
more yeah.
melts. He takes
does melt
dark
the
chocolate
chocolate.
and he melts it, and that's what he does.
Melting
Yeah.
chocolate's a rather complicated process.
It is.
And he has found a way to do it every year without messing it up. And
Yeah, so that's the big one. So Christmas morning, after the gifts, the Erpes go Spanish hot chocolate, where my dad will melt the chocolate.
Very
Put
slowly.
it into special Christmas cups.
Yeah.
And then we have the hot chocolate with cookies. My mom sometimes makes churros.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll have donuts.
Michael
always-
likes to open up the panettone, and that's his thing.
So we celebrate
That
on
sounds
Christmas Eve,
dynamite.
right?
So, well, we do both. So Christmas
Yeah.
Eve is always the Italian style, some kind of fish.
Sure.
Different little things we pick on. And then Christmas Day, there's always some kind of, we decide in advance as a family what kind of themed meal we want.
Yeah.
Often from movies, like we've done the theme from, if anyone knows, Shop Around the Corner.
Oh yeah.
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 We've
Yeah.
done that
Love
meal
that.
with the goose and the,
The
apple
goose,
strudel.
the apple
and
strudel, the chicken noodle soup.
What are we doing this year?
This year, what I forget
Do you
this
remember
year.
what we
Xavier
decided
knows
this year?
The
The duck.
The duck. We
My
decided
mother
to go,
said
it's been
yes,
a while.
It will be the first Christmas with my wife, so we're doing all sorts of.
Duck is hard to do.
Oh,
well.
no doubt.
Not for
just
my
hard,
mom.
but my mom makes it.
Well, why
Mrs.
don't-
Erpe knows
Mom's
duck
watching,
January,
right?
yeah.
Obviously.
No, she actually does know how to do duck well.
How
I'll say.
has the assimilation of new loved ones around Christmas time gone? That's a special
So
endeavor.
It turns out that my wife didn't know that she was secretly both Cuban and Italian.
Really?
Because
Was
she,
it Ancestor.com?
No.
Oh, that's a
She
joke.
just loves.
That's a joke. Okay. got
She
it.
loves
Okay.
Picadillo. It's like on the inside, she loves Picadillo. She loves tostones. She loves lasagna. She loves rice balls. It's like it's as soon as all the Italian food,
I love all those things.
all the Cuban food comes out. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
love all
there
those
was a piece of her that was waiting. Yeah.
Santa's, tell me he's hungry.
Yeah,
We'll send it by email.
We're gonna put it on. Judah will put it on so that everyone can come by.
That sounds
Well, like,
amazing.
Speaking of like dinners, like it became so easy for me to cook because it was one of those things that I could just make picadillo because it only takes like a half an hour to make. I could come home, make picadillo, and then my wife will come home a long day from nursing because she's a nurse at the UVA. And just it would be her favorite thing, just like sit on the couch and have picadillo.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what do we want to see in 2023, Alex?
2023. Well,
green market.
Well, let's do a personal and a business
personal
thing.
and a business. Well, personal. I'm looking forward to getting married in 2023. So that's my number one. That's required.
What's this whole getting married thing? We've got Jesse, we got this.
It's about time,
Yeah, it must be something in the water.
Something in the water, in the atmosphere.
And
It's called
then-
Alex is 30. No.
Business.
He's a young man. I know. What's that?
Right,
a zing?
live. He did that
Should
live.
I elbow him for you?
That was
a zing.
that was a zing.
That's a zing.
See, he does this. See, this is why, when his wife
This
was
is
doing it
why
for
Alex-
20 years, she won't like him as much.
This is why you
and
have
maybe this is why you don't invite him live on set often.
We love Nicholas.
Exactly.
We love
Why?
Nicholas.
So I would say, this is also why Alex didn't want to come on with me. He wanted my dad to do it.
I was like, we have to do this. No, and then business wise I'm really looking forward to 2023 because there's so many. I tell you, he does do, I have to say, a great job with lining up Today Mañana guest list. We are have one person, small business owner, booked on the show through May.
I really like what you guys are
There are so
doing.
many small
It's amazing.
businesses in Charlottesville, and I am so looking forward to meeting them. Because some of them, I tell you, we put them on the show, and I'm like, I never heard of them
Exactly.
before, and I get so excited to see it. So I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, we are just the thought of how many weeks is that? How many Thursdays? It's got to be
There's a lot of
20
Thursdays.
weeks worth
Yeah.
of small business owners. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, we were booked through May.
Executive producer, you're doing a darn good job.
Thank you, Jerry. Yeah.
You need a raise.
I learned from well, I brought that up with management. They're discussing it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no.
And
it's
Legos
great.
won't be bad either.
Legos are good.
Yes, Legos.
I love Legos.
Yeah.
Legos.
Legos are great.
Alex and I are AFOLs. AFOLs.
What does that mean?
Adult fan of Legos.
Okay.
In fact,
Fantastic.
Please don't tell me there's an actual group.
yes, there is.
Did you know that there's
There
a
is.
Lego TV show?
I know, yeah.
Yeah, where it's I believe it's speed Lego building.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen it.
Right?
Yeah,
They do the
There
Master
is, yeah.
Builder show.
Yeah,
So if you
Master
guys don't
Builder.
come for a couple Thursdays, that's what you guys are doing. Get
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Santa gets the call to fill in.
We're
That would be a
volunteering to be on
phenomenal
the
show.
To do Legos live on
Speed
set.
Lego build on set, live on the show.
You see, the funny thing is, we could do that, but one of the things we've discovered now that we're older is that we like to slow build. Just stretching it out over days and just relaxing. It was nice to
Life
come
is
home.
That's maybe
and-
because he's 30. Is that what that is?
That
That's
is, he's
their-
getting older.
down a
He's
lot,
not-
You're a young
yeah,
Once you
he's-
hit 30, you really slow down a lot.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Well, double that number, and then it
Yeah.
becomes a little bit more challenging.
But yeah, we'll do a speed Lego challenge
There you go.
one
That's
day.
brilliant. You can
So,
do that with your guests.
what's your one personal and one business?
One personal, well, Alex took it because of the Today Mañana, and I had to rethink. But
Your
the
personal.
Charlottesville Opera is playing Tosca this year, and I am just so
We're-
excited because I love
Mrs.
Tosca.
Smith, not to get on an opera thing, but Mrs. Smith and Mr. Smith is on the 14th. We're going to, what are we seeing? Yeah, I can't remember. It's a non-traditional, it wasn't Tosca and all that stuff. So we'll be there.
Interesting. Oh,
We'll be
nice,
there
nice.
watching the Met Opera.
Jennifer Carroll says she loves the Today Mañana show,
Oh,
and
thank
Jerry
you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
asked the boys, who are all very handsome, if there are any children in their future.
In
Wow.
the future or
God
right
willing.
now?
Santa can't help with that
Mrs.
list.
Urphy may have asked Jennifer Carroll that question.
I just want to let you know, I want to get this out.
Yeah.
Santa
Jennifer, thank you
cannot
for
help
watching.
with that, okay?
Anyone want to
Hey,
touch
there
on
goes
that
my
one?
Christmas list.
Wow.
Alex says God willing.
God
yes,
willing.
God
There you
willing.
go. That one.
That's all we can say is God willing.
Business.
Business, green stock market, really.
A green stock market.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Is that going to be a possibility
It's
this
a possibility.
2023?
We were talking yesterday, cautious optimism.
It's always a I mean, it's one of those things that it depends on what metrics you look at. Because I've seen a lot of investors that are actually very bullish next year. Oh,
There you go.
it's green
Green
today.
today.
There we go.
And a lot of somebody had once written that as far as they've known, the stock market has never been down in the third year of a president's term. So it's sort of do you bet against it? Do you bet for it? Does it matter? Is that just a random fact? So there's definitely a lot of sides to it's not as straightforward as you would imagine just by watching the media. So it's something to hope for, but it's also something to
Interest
not
rates?
expect.
What do we think about short-term interest, not 30-year mortgage? What do we think about interest rate?
The short-term rate. I think we're approaching the end of raising rates.
Really?
Is my hope.
We hope.
Now, that doesn't mean they're going to go down, but I cannot imagine we're going to have another 8 interest rate hikes. It's
Do
just,
you really think that the unemployment and the housing really slowed to the point that the feds want it to be? Do you really think that's going to happen for them to slow? Because that's the two things they want to see happen.
yeah, you mean inflation? They want to
Yeah.
see. They want to see that number. The tricky part is whether that number is going to go down a lot. It takes. The issue is it takes historically
18
12
months.
to 18
Yeah,
months
yeah.
to see those repercussions.
Yeah.
So the question is, the Fed.
Now, the question, of course, is does the Fed believe that they know when to stop, or do they take a more cautious approach and say, hey, maybe we should wait and see what the impact of what we're doing is before we go gung-ho on this?
Yeah.
That's always the concern.
Well, Santa
that
thinks
go
they came
too
a little
far.
late to the game, and I'm pretty sure you guys agree.
So does
agree.
Buddy, and I believe so do
I think
the
since
Urbies.
1914, the Fed has pretty much always been late to the game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because it's a
Kevin Higgins is zigging the
got a
Urbies
list
right
there.
now. And Kevin Higgins says, handsome.
Oh, thank
Let me refresh my browser. Kevin, they're very handsome. He says he kids because he cares.
Oh, thank
and he
you,
also
Kevin.
loves your show.
Thank you,
no,
Kevin.
we love
We
him on the
appreciate
show.
it,
He
yeah.
always
The
has
king
the
of
best
Greenwood.
questions, comments.
He absolutely does.
You've had great questions, Kevin, for a year plus since we started, and we really appreciate it.
So I think you guys are going to crush this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Why are you guys super excited and pumped and bullish for small business and Main Street on Charlottesville in 2023?
Great question.
Because the people that are here that start small businesses are just so talented, resilient, and passionate. You see it every time someone comes on Today Mañana. You just I am blown away by how excited they are about what they do, and you can sense it. Like when you were in elementary school, and you could tell when your teacher liked being there, and when you had
They're
a
ready to
teacher
retire.
that didn't like being, and even through college, right? There were those professors that really inspire you because you're like, this guy loves, or this woman loves what she does. And then there were ones that this one's getting the paycheck and you don't feel the enthusiasm. We sit down, my dad can echo this. I mean, you just sit down and you see how excited they are starting something brand new. It's always scary, right? Every time I ask, what was it like taking the plunge? They're like, scary.
Yeah.
It's always scary, but they do it anyway because they love what they do. So it's so thrilling to see that, and you know that kind of passion, especially in this community that really likes small businesses, is going to be rewarded.
Well, entrepreneurs have the creative freedom to find the solutions to economic problems that don't get bogged down.
And they're
by
prepared
having
to take the
bureaucracy.
risk.
Exactly. And that's the thing is when it's your business on the line, you're going to find a way to survive. And once you find a way to survive, you find out how to thrive. And then you flourish.
Well said.
Well said. So what's this list in front of you?
Oh, it's a joke list. I had a whole bunch of stuff written just before I was on the way here. I was like, positive stock market. I'd like some expensive cognac. A Lamborghini.
That was number 2, by the way.
That was
I
number
noticed
2,
on your
yes.
list.
Yes. Lamborghini, Legos, tickets to the Met,
Okay.
an autograph from Hans Zimmer.
Okay.
I'd like to pet a duck.
An autograph from who now?
Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer. Love Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, after that list.
Oh, pass it over here, Santa. Please slide that to Buddy. That's Buddy's hey, Santa, that's Buddy's favorite. Santa, this is Buddy's favorite over here.
I know that's Buddy's favorite. It's the reason why Santa may have bought it.
I put a little plug in there for Santa over there. You guys are going to
Santa has to work this afternoon, so he's done.
This is working for Buddy today. Kevin says this. I got to say this to everybody that's been on the show. I can't think of another city where people that I have never met are like family to me. I watch your shows all the time. You guys and gals have done a terrific job this year of keeping this community informed. We are lucky to have you all in this community. Happy holidays and to an even better 2023.
Thank you, Kevin.
That was awesome. That was wonderful.
I mean, we owe a big thank you to you and Judah.
That was amazing. Thank you,
I mean,
Kevin.
I was to say we owe a thank you to you and Judah, Jerry, for building this so that we could do it because we couldn't do Today Mañana.
Santa
if
feels
it
the same
weren't-
way.
If it weren't for you.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's just about of what you said as entrepreneurs. Find talented people and then just stay out of their way, and you guys embody those qualities. Like I saw, especially with when Alex came on the show a few times, I was like, this guy is absolutely dynamite. And the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree with you and with Xavier and with Michael and with
What a
Mrs.
what a
Urban.
family.
Yeah, you guys are
Appreciate it.
A+.
So
Sincerely mean that.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays
Love
to
you guys.
to everybody.
Hey, sincerely love you guys. I've
Same
enjoyed.
here.
I've seen you. I mean, I love it.
We're gonna look
I
around the
sincerely
room.
mean that.
I appreciate it, Jerry.
Yeah.
We
It's a
appreciate
pleasure.
I love you.
Same here.
Sincerely love
Same
you.
here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know. Feliz Navidad.
We got to get Michael and Xavier. Michael and Xavier have got to come.
So I think I'd love to get Emily and Susan
Susan-
Steinmar.
I saw Susan
I
Steinmar
saw
over there.
Susan sneak in. Why don't you guys come in here because we can talk a little bit about Okay, Susan's got a hat.
Susan, I hope you have a beverage with you. No beverage? Would you
should-
like one?
You should have a beverage.
I got evidently I got some Woodford in front of me. If you'd like a little taster.
Santa, are you melting?
Pardon?
Are you melting?
I am Santa Claus is melting.
The lights are hot on
Santa
set.
Claus has sweat running down his back.
my friend.
And the belly stuffing isn't helping out at all.
Right.
Lori, we promised you Woody will show on set.
Oh yeah,
we got to get Woody.
We'll get after this. We got Woody next. Woody,
Absolutely.
You're on the deck, Woody.
Emily Funk, introduce yourself to everybody that's watching.
I am Emily Funk. I'm a realtor at Yes Realty Partners. I have staging background.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Santa's ADD kicked in.
And I'm a mother of 3 teenagers who are all home on break. So
Wow. Get that lady a drink, please.
No wonder why you came here so early.
Right? Yes.
Well, I just want to shout out to Emily. This wouldn't happen. What we do at Yes Realty Partners would not happen without you. And no, you're not getting a bonus. I'm only kidding.
Santa.
I'm only kidding. Well, earlier I said I had $1,000 in my pocket in case somebody needed bail money, and Emily kind of lit up and said, "Ooh, is that my bonus?" But look, seriously, we couldn't do this without you. Thank you for everything, and
Thank you.
And you're great. And I'm trying to figure this hat out with Susan.
I love it, Susan. Yeah.
I couldn't do the ugly sweater, Keith. It's not in me.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I've got the ugly.
It's
Santa
great.
hat. Okay, there
It's
we go.
fantastic.
So tell us who you are, Susan.
Yeah, Susan Steinmart, formerly with the Thomas Jefferson, then Piedmont Community Land Trust. Now I'm busy rebuilding my house. For those of you who know me, my house was crushed by a tree.
Oh no.
In
really?
June,
I didn't know that.
over $350,000 with
Ooh.
damage. And so I've been working with the contractors and the city to get everything put back.
So which was
I
more
want to shout
difficult?
out this year to contractors in Charlottesville who are amazing. We've had some really good help.
Which was more difficult to navigate, the city or the contractors? Is Juan Diego still here?
Yeah, no, it's really
I think
helped
we
me
know the
understand.
answer to that question. We can move on.
It really helps me understand what the contractors are facing, right? With shortage of materials and shortage of help. We've lost some of the skills in the trades. So that's a thing that I think our folks in government can be trying to address coming years with workforce development. And then also I've been working with Twice as Nice. They invited me to be on their board. If those of you don't know about Twice as Nice, they have been taking money from clothes that we donate and turning around and gifting it to other organizations like AHIP, Feeding Green, organizations that help out the senior citizens in our community. So this year they gave $235,000.
So Susan had the distinction and the misfortune to be Mr. Smith's executive director on the land trust. And I just wanted to share with you, without your help, we would not have gotten here. We've closed 23 permanently affordable housing homes. In this calendar year, we closed 2 of them last Friday. We've got a total of 3 left in the project that we've been working together on. 2 of them are under contract. 1 is soon to be under contract. So by the end of this year, we would have put about 27 homes. My math is right. 27 homes
Into production, into use.
in permanent affordable homes. We couldn't have done it without you. So
That's
thank you
awesome.
so much.
Yeah. And then also SPCA. Matt and I, my husband, with By Word of Mouth, we were helping out the SPCA this year with their Critter Ball. I want to do a shout out for that event, which is fabulous.
We've got a Fulvana County board member here sitting.
Yes. So I got the numbers from Angie that
Angie Gunner, friend of the program.
Yes. So it turns out like only a fraction of their total budget comes from government. They get the majority of their funding from public resources. So that Critter Ball was amazing. But then also your pal, Patty Zeller.
Oh yeah, client of 7 years.
She was incredible this year. She took a private event at her store where everyone came in and bought stuff. A portion of that went to SPCA. And then she reached out to her vendors. And her vendors stepped up to the plate and added to what was raised. So it was this huge volume of food that got put together for the animals.
And you can pass this along to Angie, and I've mentioned this to Angie many times. If some things go according to plan, and I'll leave it a little bit nebulous, that number that's allocated from Albemarle County to the SPCA will grow. Because I undoubtedly understand what the SPCA stands for and the resources financially that they need, and how underfunded they are for the jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So SPCA needs all our help. I've gotten to know Angie and Emily and
of course
Britt and that
Patty.
team and
Yep.
Patty. They are fabulous. And taking animals that don't have folks that stand up for them and have their back and putting them in forever homes and championing them is something that's near and dear to my heart. And I know that's near and dear to your heart, the Fluvan SPCA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
any
we
last
love
minute-
animals, dogs in particular here.
Any last minute stocking stuffers, Animal Connection will be able to
Look
help
at you, you're
connect
fabulous. I love this lady.
to
Susan Steinmark.
to the SPCA.
That's very nicely
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Emily, what's a funk family tradition?
Ooh.
Christmas tradition, I should say.
PJs on Christmas Eve, of
Okay.
course.
PJs.
And homemade cinnamon rolls Christmas morning. Mama doesn't do
delicious.
that.
I know where you live,
I'll be
so
there.
you probably
I'll be
should not have
I'll be
said
there.
that.
I'll be there.
Yeah, and staying in PJs all day on Christmas Day because
Really?
yeah,
Good
we
for
do
you.
our big dinner Christmas.
So you open up presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Christmas morning.
Christmas morning, cool.
Yeah.
So, Jerry, I'm happy to report my mother and father are watching. I got
Oh,
to read
fantastic.
This, I got to read this text.
Is Lee still here? Has Lee? Cindy
Oh.
Elberson, his mother, is watching in Louisiana. She's watching right now. We promised Woody will be coming up. Multiple people requesting Woody.
Woody's
the
on his
set.
way, but my mom wanted to say to you, hi Keith, Dad and I are watching you and Jerry. Love it. Lots of fun. Big hugs. Merry Christmas to Jerry and his family.
I love it.
Can I just say
kindly.
how
Thank you, Mrs.
authentic Santa looks?
Oh, fantastic.
Authentic. What are you talking about? I am Santa.
You look great, Santa. Absolutely fantastic,
I'm
Chris.
a little worried about all the plastic I'm inhaling, but
You look fantastic, Chris.
thank you, thank you.
What would you like to see Emily and Susan for this area in 2023? Emily, you want to start with that one?
Sure. I would love to see. Thank you, Santa. More inventory on the market for our buyers, and I would love to see stabilization of interest rates to make it less scary for our buyers.
What about you personally? What do you want to see?
Oh, I want to see a
No.
good return from our FAFSA application because our oldest is getting ready to go to college. So
There we go.
that's on my personal wish list.
Susan Simon.
I want to see more family and friends. As when our house gets rebuilt, I'll be inviting you all to come over and hang out.
Because your family's kind of spread all out, right? You're a California.
California, Kansas, Massachusetts,
Yeah.
Texas, yeah, but a lot in Virginia. But because of COVID, we've slowed down to get together.
Merry Christmas to
family
Matt,
friends. Yeah.
please, Matthew, and thank you for all you do. Thank you for, we could not, it was important for you to show up. We could not have hit the numbers we hit without all your help in getting us there. And Emily, Mr. Smith could not at all do. Emily gets a little nervous because Keith will roll into the office, usually late, which Jerry is used to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rolling late. And
Keep time.
I could just see our eyes open up and go, oh God, here it comes. And I just go blah, 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 blah. And I go, bye-bye. And I turn around and leave. So thank you for what you do. We could not be doing what we're doing at Yes Realty Partners without you. So thank you so much.
They're fantastic people. Amen. Well said.
All right, we need to get Woody in here because
A shout back to the realtors, though. This team right here for helping us get into that great we So we didn't
Thank
get to
you.
say thank you for that.
We
but
had nothing to
love
do with
it.
the tree falling down. We had
You
nothing
did
to do with the
nothing to
tree.
do that. No, that was the neighbor's property.
Oh, it came from I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Give my best to Matthew. Thank you so much. Woody, let's go. Let's get in here, buddy.
Cheers.
Who do you want to team
I
up
love
with,
this.
Woody?
Michael Plecker, are you out of here? One of the Shenandoah Valley's finest backstops. We love you, Michael Plecker. Sincerely mean that. Love when you contribute to the show, watch the show.
Thank you.
Beautiful,
Thank
better
you.
half over
Thank
there.
you. Thank you.
Yeah? Mrs. Plecker?
I couldn't do what I do without her.
There we go. Absolutely. Take care
What
of
did you do
Pleckers. Nothing at all. See you, Michael. The mayor of Pantops right there.
Hey, Judah, the snowman, can you put it on a 4-shot, come sit next to us?
That could be risky. That could be
That's
risky.
risky?
right there.
Okay,
That's very risky.
Santa go there. Who wants to sit next?
How about Michael and Xavier? Okay, here we go. There we go. Absolutely. We love it. So Woody Fincham is in the house, one of the best
Woody,
appraisers on the
my
East
pleasure.
Coast.
Pleasure meeting you.
This man is
And
talented. Woody Fitcham, introduce yourself to everybody that's watching the show.
Woody Fitcham with Fitcham & Associates. We do real estate appraisal work, both residential and commercial, here in the Central Virginia market.
Absolutely.
And an awesome sponsor of Real Talk. Thank you so much.
Great partner of Real Talk. Fantastic soccer fan.
Oh, I love football.
Grandfather, loves being a grandfather.
Oh, greatest thing ever.
Loves dogs.
We have to talk about that because we've got. Are you,
Not yet. Not yet. Not that I know of.
We tried to do this. We tried to negotiate this for you, but it just didn't quite work
Soon.
out. We're
Soon.
trying to. Well, Santa's going to have to talk a little bit on the
I
side.
think so,
on,
yeah, I think you have
on
to.
that on that end.
Xavier, the show is yours.
Well, thank you. No, but this is marvelous. Thank you so much. I mean, this is a dream come true being able here with Santa and Buddy. Is it right, Buddy?
Buddy, that's right.
My wife did ask, though, are you Buddy the Elf or Elf on a Shelf?
Buddy the Elf.
Okay.
Buddy the Elf today. Although Elf on the Shelf is very prevalent in our house.
I'm sure it
his
is.
name is Dash. And Dash routinely is moving every evening as our boys go to bed and shows up in a different location. And our oldest, who is almost 5, comes sprinting down the stairs looking for Dash's new location that particular morning. So that's one of our family traditions. But we are buddy. This Xavier is a phenomenal person. He's the CIO and one of the founders of Emergent Financial Services. An all-around great guy, approachable, affable, and awesome.
Thank you so much.
Well,
and I'm glad you said CIO because when you said that, I said,
Isn't that's a
what,
title, right?
What am I? I forget what I am.
That's
I mean,
a title,
we got
right?
CEO. No, it is.
Yeah.
That's what I am. But I'm glad you reminded me.
It's on the it's on the
It's on the
business
card?
It's on the card.
I should
You
have
gotta
brought my
check
card
the
with
So we were talking about family traditions. What other ERPI family traditions that the guys missed?
The chocolate sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Sounds
that's
amazing.
really good. That's really. You know what happens is that because of the fact that I came from a Cuban and Spanish background, right? I'm Cuban. My father was Spanish, so we had both. And then my wife's Italian. It was kind of hard to keep all three traditions going. So you had just Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, right? And as Alex said, on Christmas Day, what we started to do was saying, well, what other traditions out there, food, because we're just food lovers, and what else can we do on Christmas Day that maybe changes a little bit? So every year we change. And so, as Alex said, we decided to go with some movies, but, the
That's
best
very
part.
unique, man. I like that.
No,
that
that was great, and like I said, we just we love food, we love wine. So it's like, how do you pair the wine with this particular food? That was that's exciting, right? And now we have a wine connoisseur in Nicholas that seems to overtake whatever his father says. It's like, no, this is no good. We got to use this, but that's okay.
We see that from time to time on Today Manana.
In Santa's opinion, when you hit the third glass, does it really matter?
Not at all. At this point, sometimes after the first glass, I'm good to go.
Yeah, amen to that. Amen.
But anyway, but this year is special because we do have Elizabeth, which is Nikki's wife, coming the first Christmas with us. So I'm very excited.
Is she prepared?
I doubt it. I hope not. So now she's listen. Italians and Spanish are loud.
Oh, yeah.
We especially after that first glass of wine, it gets a little louder. But
No doubt.
it's
And
a
you
lot
got a
of
little
fun.
bit of New Yorker tossed in there too,
Oh, absolutely,
which
yeah.
even makes it even
And you can hear it, right?
Even worse.
Which Erpy brother or Erpy man talks more with his hands? It's got to be Nicholas, right?
Absolutely.
He's very flamboyant with those hands,
doubt
right?
about it.
Right?
No doubt about
They're
it.
always moving, right?
Yeah.
They're always moving.
They took after.
So
they took
Santa
after the
has a joke that he'll tell that'll probably get him in a little bit of trouble. But
That's good.
Do you know how to make an Italian shut up?
Oh, absolutely. You make him sit on his
Make him
hands.
sit on his
Yeah.
hands.
It goes the same thing for me, though, and I'm not even
So
Italian.
I'm half Italian and half Irish. So the other one is do you know why God created whiskey?
No.
Tell us.
So the Irish wouldn't take over the world.
Oh, there you go. There we go. Woody Fitcham's getting
Woody.
props on his beard. This question's been posed. Who has the better beard, Santa or Woody?
Oh, Woody.
I responded, no question about it. Woody Fitcham
yeah.
all day, every day.
natural. That's a real one.
Very nice.
And you're
Very
not
nice.
inhaling all this plastic.
No.
So Woody, what's a Fincham family tradition for Christmas?
We're pretty boring, actually. I have my first degree in culinary arts, so that's one of the few times a year I actually get to make meals. So we usually do a big prime rib roast or something of that nature, and it's just it's a a couple days worth of food that we'll make and just enjoy it for a few days. And
So where do you get where are you going to get your rib from? Oh, somebody took the
I was.
alcohol. Somebody took Santa's alcohol.
That's a naughty list thing, right?
Hold on a second. Okay, you're lucky. You stayed on the nice list there.
But with everything going on in the house this year, I went simple this year and we just went to Costco and got it. So
That's actually
That's great.
Costco's not a bad place to get.
I mean, it's good quality meat as far as that goes.
So what is your big wish for 2023?
The biggest wish that I have this year is that my wife continue to recover and that we have a healthy 2023 for her and for the whole family.
Absolutely. We love you, Lori. We love you, Lori.
Amen. That's on the top of everybody's prayer list right now, my friend. That's the top of my my nice list.
Which I guess I'll also add, she's gotten a diagnosis of, and there's no evidence of disease anymore. She had cancer, and that's great news. We're just now getting through recovering from chemo. So
that's awesome, Lori.
Bravo.
Best wishes, Lori. We love you. Absolutely love you.
Business wish for 2023. What do you think?
To continue trucking along. This is a great market to be in Central Virginia. I don't have any doom or gloom at this point. Everything still seems to be moving along pretty smoothly. With the mortgage volume that we do as our firm is down, but our litigation work is up. So I think it's going to be
talk about that for
year.
a second.
Yeah.
Litigation work is up. What does that mean?
Well, we're doing a lot of work for attorneys, expert witness work, and just writing reports for situations where folks are unfortunately litigating. A lot of petition suits where heirs inherited property. I know you know very well what that is.
And you've helped me with this project out in Scottsville, so thank you very much.
Oh, sure thing. And then a lot of divorces still. I think that's an unusually high statistic anymore, particularly with how well the economy's been going. I guess we're seeing a lot of folks that are later on in their marriages starting to litigate that out, unfortunately. But we're here to help folks make good decisions. That's what we do.
I have to. Thank you, Jesse. I have to. Adios. Is that a Nelson County term? Must be.
Yes.
Okay. We got internet and foreign languages.
You're also losing some of your glasses over there, if you haven't realized that. No, not your eyeglasses, your real Tucker T. Smith glasses.
Oh, look at
They're
that.
walking out the door over there.
We've got more under the
It's
table
good thing
there.
you ordered a lot.
I ordered a whole bunch. I just want to say, I think Jerry will echo this. Some of the most engaging shows we have is when you sit at this table and have a conversation.
Your beautiful wife has put on the feed. She's right now watching the show and crying. She loves you dearly. And I've noticed through your postings and the handful of times you've been on the show how much you love her. And I just want to highlight that for all the viewers and listeners. Just a sincerely beautiful love and relationship you guys have.
Well, thank you for that.
Here. Here. Santa Claus does that. So I promised Mr. Miller we would wrap this up at 12, and we're
doing well. Everything's A-okay.
We're doing good.
We got a bottle of Mr. Miller, Buddy the Elf's favorite bourbon in front of him. So everything's A-okay here.
Part of the problem
One of
is
his favorites.
Santa Claus may have to use the bathroom here.
I figured that's what
in
it
a
was.
minute. So that was what's going on here. So, look, what we might want to do is I might want to raise. I just can't get beyond the Chris Fairchild pajamas. What we might do, gentlemen, if it's okay with you, is, Buddy, I might have to excuse myself, but I'm going to let Mr. Fairchild come in and sit in my seat.
I love it.
While we do that. So, you want to sit in Santa's seat here for a minute?
Please,
And
Supervisor
we got-
Fairchild.
I just need to look at my face. We have sponsors.
Yeah.
I wanted to let you know. We have sponsors.
So stop touching me.
What would you like to see from this area in 2023?
Just to continue trucking along, I do wish we could loosen up some of the development that's available for us, both in my home county, Fluviana. No offense, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. But we have a lot of demand here that we need to meet, and particularly on the affordable side of things. I mean, it's very expensive to live here anymore, and I would like to see that kind of level out a little bit.
Same, Xavier, for you.
So I mean, certainly from a business point of view, it's incredible. But I have so much fun doing what I do. People ask me, are you going to retire? I said, I just enjoy what I do so much, and it's only because when people come into our office and I can just see that we can help them, and genuinely, I know a lot of people say that, but just the fact we can help them, it just makes you feel really good that you can say, here's how you can better your financial prospects or whatever it may be. And so the more people come to the office, the better I feel. And you can ask the guys, it's just like, I just book so many people now, and it's like, I get up in the morning and say, all right, I got 3 people coming in. It's just fun. So for me, that's helpful because I realize people need help, right? And sometimes they're afraid to even ask for help. And the other assumption is like, gee, I don't have any money, so you're not going to be able to help me. Well, the answer is you don't need money for us to help you, right? The idea is to guide you in the right way and help you in any way we can. And so hopefully in 2023, we can continue to do that in the way we've been able to do it. And I know, Charlottesville, I love this place, and I think in Today Mañana we talk about it all the time, and like listen, there's no small city, large city, county that doesn't have challenges. It's just part of the world. Every single, you go to, I've been in Spain, Italy, everybody has some challenges. It's part of being who we are. It's part of being human beings, right? Every human being has challenges. So does the community have challenges? Absolutely. But I think we're working in the right direction. And not only that, I've always said it, if I can help a neighbor and that neighbor helps somebody else, the whole community will be in good shape, right? So the concept of waiting for government to help us, I find too challenging because it never gets down. But if I can help my neighbor and we all do the same thing, and here in Charlottesville, I think the community is fabulous and wonderful. So I think we're going to do fine. I mean, I know the housing is an issue. It's expensive just about everywhere. So I know it's a challenge. But I think in this country, we'll overcome that challenge.
It's very well said. I want to get Chris's take on all this. That was beautiful. I want to highlight the fact that Chris is the CEO of National Filter Service.
Oh, thank you.
Legitimately a national company. We have at the table the founder and the chief executive officer, a man who has created jobs left and right and has done so for decades. A steward, I'll emphasize this again, of Fluvanna County, and a man who understands the concept of hard work and the American dream, and Chris Fairchild.
Well, thank you. And I'll say that, so Woody, you said jokingly, with the exception of me being here regarding housing and your passionate statement, if everybody at the table thinks the same way, there's going to be a lot of people who don't get served on all sides of it. And so I embrace the conversation, where as a lot of people don't, but when we get together, that's really where you make change, because stalemate creates nothing.
I agree.
So thank you for what you all do.
Very well said, Chris Fairchild. Woody Fitcham, folks are asking, because they follow you on Facebook, of what you thought of that World Cup. Pretty special one. I know you're a huge soccer fan.
Oh my gosh. I'm a France fan. My 3 favorite teams are the U.S., of course, England, and France. The France-England game was heartbreaking to watch them lose, but great to see France win. Watching Messi take the World Cup, proving that he is the GOAT, and I'm not an Argentina fan by any means. It was very nice to see that, to see someone actually get that accolade, particularly with Ronaldo walking out of the tournament.
CR7, not his best day in Qatar.
He's had a tough year.
He's had a tough year indeed. Manchester United, his club team, he parted ways with them, and now somewhat of a free agent. Xavier, your thoughts for 2023 and some closing perspective for the viewers and listeners.
Thoughts for 2023. I think this country has gone through some challenges here, and by that I mean we are, every once in a while, events change countries, change how we work. And I think the U.S. economy is going through major changes, and I think they're going to continue to go through major changes. So I think we're going to have to look at that and say, how do we then adapt our businesses to make sure that we take advantage of whatever is out there for us? But, you can't look at the textbooks and say, here's what's going to happen tomorrow, because the textbooks are at this point, in my opinion at least, humble opinion, wrong. But I think we're going in the right direction, and in the sense of this country will eventually find its way out of where we are now, and get better. It's going to be challenges along the way, and I know everybody always asks me about interest rates, and I'm kind of in the same boat. I think interest rates are going to continue to inch up here a little bit, but eventually it'll slow down.
Well said. Well said, Chris Fairchild. Any closing thoughts from you as you're whispering to Santa what you want for Christmas over here?
I'm not prepared.
I can't get you that.
Generally, it's the other way around, where folks are sitting on Santa's lap, but he's the supervisor of Flavanna.
Keep on, put your hands up. Hands up.
Scott, great to see you.
Scott Morris, I love you. I'll let you answer that question. No, go ahead. Answer that question.
What was the question?
What would you, some closing thoughts, anywhere you want to go for the viewers and listeners?
I love Fluvanna.
I
love the Charlottesville area, and we live in a unique place that has its challenges, but needs to be protected. So just glad to be here, and what a blessing to be here with people like you.
Well said. We love having you, Chris. He's A+ people. You guys are all A+ people.
Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys for joining us, Woody and Xavier. Santa, you've put together quite a cast of characters for this holiday party.
Yeah, I expected some shenanigans. I did not expect pajamas.
They look great.
They look great. I had to raise up. What technically are you? A reindeer, I guess.
He's just festive.
Trouble
Yeah.
is what he
He's
is.
festive.
Yeah, I think Mr. Fairchild wins the best festive thing. So anything on the feed that we need to tackle?
Oh, there's been so much on the feed. I've been slowly relaying it on air. A lot of folks have said they've gotten a fantastic opportunity of getting to know everybody. This comment just came in from Teresa Davis, who is the Director of Operations of Front Runner Signs. We salute Charlottesville's finest driving by
Cheers.
here. She says, Jerry, you guys and everyone cracks me up. Merry Christmas to you and the family and the I Love Seville cast of characters. So it's just been a pleasure on the show today, Keith.
So I think if Woody, if you don't mind, we're going to let Santa and Buddy the Elf wrap it up. So I wanted to take a moment, Santa, and look at Buddy.
Absolutely.
And say thank you.
Our pleasure.
Thank you. But this is show 408.
Yeah.
We're well into our third year, and I can't believe I got an opportunity to do this 3 days a week across from you. So thank you very much.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you to Judah, and thank you most importantly putting up with my, hey, how about 8 people showing up, or hey, how about a 12-hour telethon? So all the craziness I come up, you guys never say no. You always say I'm all in. So thank you so much for doing it.
It's truly been our pleasure. We love working with you guys. We love everyone in the community. We just love connecting.
Look at this. We got a
with you
live
guys.
audience now. We should do this a little bit more often.
Absolutely fantastic. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas to go out there and be nice and hug on somebody.
Please, and we're grateful for all of you guys watching and listening to the show, and to my wife who birthed our second child 3 weeks ago, and we have spent approximately 8 to 10 hours of sleeping over the last 3 weeks, maybe. I love you, sweetheart, and I'm just very grateful for you, and I'm grateful for Judah as well.
And I think it's time to wrap up because I think maybe Buddy needs to do what Santa just did. So.
Buddy's doing well. Buddy can hold it a little longer than Santa.
No.
Maybe an issue Santa has over there. Buddy does not have that issue.
Well, because Santa's a little bit older.
Yeah.
and we go.
We know that. We know
but
that.
thank you so much. Thank you for listening. And hey, look, enjoy the holidays. We'll be back here in the beginning of January. So Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Cheers.
So long. Happy holidays.
Cheers.
Take care, everybody. That's beautiful. I love it.
Cheers. I like this whole live audience thing.
It was fun.
The camera's off?